Speaks is supposed to make people laugh. He's just an expert at it.
Cattles and Ramie, live and local in the afternoon.
Sactown Sports.
There it is. I was having some headphone issues. It is Cattles and Ramie. It is a Friday. The Cattles half of that. He'll be back on Monday in the co-host chair. Once again, this afternoon is the one, the only Jay Johnson. Jay, how are we this afternoon?
Friday night.
Oh, man, it feels good.
Come on now.
We got Simone on the other side of the glass once again, doing it all.
Yes,
once again, I'm feeling a little better today, but I'm at that stage where the voice gets squeaky at times. So this could be a very interesting Friday here on the Cattles.
My Lord, brother, you going through all kind of little elements right now, my man.
Yes, I am.
Sweating off pounds.
I think this is the last of it. I think I'm getting out the last of it today, and certainly by Monday, I think I'll be back to 100%.
Oh, I know you are.
I'll be ready to go.
I'm not wishing. I know.
I'm ready to go today. Quite frankly, we got a lot to talk about after the NBA draft yesterday. And not all NBA today, but it'll be NBA heavy. Of course, we go on the record at 3:30 as we do every Friday. And one of my favorite things to do every week in other news to close out the show. But that's way off. That's at 5:45. Just want to know, to start things off, how'd you like what the Kings did last night? 800-920-1140. You can always text the show, 916-339-1140, and comment over there at the YouTube page, youtube.com/SactownSports. Give us those likes while you're there. Subscribe, rate, review, do all the things to help us grow this thing.
All the above.
Yeah.
Check the box D.
Yes, sir. Of course, Monty McNair spoke after the draft yesterday and talked about this. This put him, he thinks, in a pretty good position moving forward.
But I can talk about Colby, who was obviously a productive and smart utility player, a defender, a two-way player, somebody that we're really excited to add to the culture that Mike, myself, and the rest of us are building here. Really a winner. Won almost 2/3 of his games at Xavier. So we're excited to bring him in. Also excited to welcome Julian Strawther to the Kings. Jalen was the SoCon Player of the Year this year, Defensive Player of the Year, I believe 2 years ago. So excited to bring those two guys into our organization.
There he is talking about the two young men that the Kings drafted last night. He also talked about the flexibility that the Kings now have after dealing Richaun Holmes and the 24th pick, which opens up about $30 million in cap space this summer.
We always value the optionality and flexibility when we can acquire it. We've got, I think, this was a great season, for a lot of reasons. And we want to have a long playoff run here and continue to compete. And to do that in today's NBA, you have to be able to build your team out, not just in the very near term, but over the course of many years. And so, we're always having that balance, right? Well, what can we do to add to the team now, but how does that affect what we can do going forward? So we think, what we were able to do tonight, what we've done going back to the deadline in past years, will give us a lot of options, not just this summer, but as we get into next year.
So, Jay, they move out of the 24th pick, but they also move out from under the contract of Richaun Holmes, and they draft Colby Jones and Julian Strawther. How'd you feel about what your Kings did last night?
First things first, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the Richaun Holmes jersey. I think it's behind. Oh, no, it's to the side.
They already took it down off the wall.
Yeah,
man.
I saw it last night. Chris and Co. and Jay Ross, they had it behind them, during the draft show and once Richaun was traded. I don't know Richaun personally. I've had an opportunity to be around him at the facilities, Golden One. He's come in here. He's brought his family in here. He's had a couple of interviews right here at this very desk on these very mics. I believe he was sitting right there for the 2 times that I've seen him here. Absolute fantastic cat.
That's everything I hear about him.
I mean, one of the dopest brothers you ever gonna meet, my man. And to go through something that he went through over the last couple of seasons, and to the best of my knowledge, never complained, never said anything negative.
Always a pro.
But I'm also talking about off the court, Ramie, because I sit in this chair having gone through something that Richaun went through off the court when it comes to children and custody and all that type of stuff, right? And so with that being said, I just want to take my hat off to that brother. I want to take my hat off to Rashawn Holmes. I want to take my hat off to the Holmes family, Mama Holmes, Papa Holmes. His brother has always been a solid cat every single time I get to shake his hand and meet him. I want to make sure they get their praise when it comes to the Sacramento community, first and foremost. With that being said, $35 million in cap space.
Talk to me.
$35 million in cap space. 12.4 on the MLE, 12 on the TPE. If I'm calculating that correct, Ramie, look, we know capologists, and I know we got people here like Kyle Ledbetter. That's
I'm
all
the
they
worst
do.
at it. I will be the first to raise my hand and say I do not understand
I'm so
the
bad.
NBA salary cap.
You-
I start reading that
Yes.
stuff.
I've been
and
having
my
Kyle
eyes
explain
roll.
it
My
for the
eyes
last 2 hours to me, and I
Just tell
still
me how
don't
much
get
money
it.
they have to spend and how much players are going to cost.
Right.
Can we just keep it simple?
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it
really.
simple.
You got a 12 over here, a 12.4 here, and a 35 point something here. I'm gonna say that, right?
Fine.
You know what that means?
I don't know. I think.
Okay. Big money.
Okay.
No whammies.
Good.
Okay. Big money's no whammies. That's
All
what I'm
right.
talking about right here for the Sacramento Kings.
All right.
Options are at an abundance, Ramie. I mean, look, options are always better than none. One thing I teach my daughter all the time is this. You always have an option in life. It might not be the one you want to go for. It might not be the one that's correct, but there's always going to be a time in everything you do that you're going to have an option. I don't care if someone has a harmful, piece of machinery next to your body. It doesn't matter. The fact of it is you still have an option at that very moment. Options are in abundance right now, Ramie. I mean, come on, brother. I'd rather have an option than none.
Yes, sir. So I get the impression you're happy with what they did last night.
Come on. I'm big time. Sign me up. Because you know what it is this. Options makes differences.
We said we wanted him to trade it, and we were talking about trading it for a player, getting a player in return, but they did that. You know what I mean? By just freeing up the money and the player that they can go and get in free agency now when it starts in a week, they basically traded Rashawn Holmes, got his money off the books and traded that pick, but they brought in a player through the money that they freed up who they'll go and it's a player to be determined, essentially, who you'll try and get on the free agent market. It's exactly what we were looking for yesterday,
Absolutely love it.
Go get somebody who can help you today.
That's right. And powerful. And
Yep.
I use the words powerful and impactful.
Mm-hmm.
Go grab me someone or two now.
Mhm.
Look, now we have options.
Mhm.
Or two or maybe even three if you want to get jazzy. You know, if you really want to get out there and get your flyness on. I mean, you have an opportunity at this point, and this is the great part about it, is, and I keep going back to my guy Lance Woods, funny comedian here out of Sacramento, super Kings fan. You see him all the time, been a part of the show, friend of the network. In Monty, we trust. Now it's time for us to sit back, relax, and see what Monty does with options.
You know that's not going to happen. People don't sit back and relax.
It never happens.
Everybody's like, what do we do with the money?
Hey, those are the folks right there. Man, you need to go take a couple accounting classes, learn how to save, as they say, for a rainy day, get your 401k up, your IRA up, all these different things. I mean, we could go on to a whole lot of different situations. You want to come learn how to dabble with some funds, come talk to your boy Jay. I'm talking to
and
you.
Jay, I like what they did with the picks.
Yes.
Now, I'm always transparent about this. Not the biggest college basketball guy. You know what I mean?
wouldn't have never thought it.
But one thing, born on the same day as Mike Bibby's shot, the biggest shot in Kings history, some might argue, in the Western Conference Finals, and a guy who I trust, John Hollinger. I checked out his scouting report today, and this is what he said. And this sounds like a lot of things that the Kings need, Jay. A passer and a playmaker, reads the game quickly, has counters and touch as a scorer, really good defender.
Yes.
He says not quite a potential all-NBA defender, but one who will be strong, quick, and switchable on a variety of different matchups. Also sharp as a team defender, even if there are some random gambles from time to time. He says it all comes down to him being able to knock down 38% of his threes on about 5 attempts or so per game. And he said he hit about 42% of his catch and shoot threes last season. Mm-hmm. And we know if you're gonna get anything in the Kings offense off of what De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis are opening up for you, it's going to be those catch and shoot threes. That's what Keegan Murray benefited from. That's what Kevin Huerter benefited greatly from. And Jay, 3 years at Xavier, he comes in as NBA ready as a second round pick. Probably might be. Sounds like a guy could come in and help him right now and play a role. Maybe a small one to begin, but maybe it grows from there.
Both of the guys, I mean, Jalen Swanson being a fifth-year senior, both of the guys coming in are ready-made guys, ready-made prospects, something that Chris Watkins has talked about a few times on this network about. He wants someone who can step right in, a la Keegan, a la looks like his brother, someone that the league considers old at this point at 22 years old and 23 years old, 21. It's like, you're old? I mean, just because you have a 2 in front of your number, you're old in the NBA. I can only come out when I'm 19, Mr. Silver, and scouts and media report. It's crazy. But I like the fact that they went for proven prospects. Mm-hmm. Someone that you kind of know what you're getting. We can probably teach you a few more things. Who knows? Kind of. I saw somebody put this, and I don't know how close this is, and I got it in my notes here. It was Kevin O'Connor. Kevin O'Connor compared Kobe Jones to Bruce Brown without the quickness. If you're giving me Bruce Brown, I'll take that.
Yeah, I would definitely take
right
that.
now.
I mean, I wanted them to.
And you're not going to have to pay the Bruce Brown number, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
Yeah.
Bruce Brown had not a Bruce Brown price.
Oh, of course.
Yes, sir.
Bruce Brown's probably looking for double figures, 10 and more. He got 6.9 last year. But I'm just saying, when it comes to that, I love what they did. Love the options. Love the money.
Yep. Jay, remember when I said people are already freaking out about what Monty might do with the money?
I get it, man.
It's exactly what we're going to talk about next. Right here, Kettles and Ramie.
$1 million in cap space.
Kettles
and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. The Kings season might be over, but Sactown sports coverage never stops.
Expectations coming into the season and how we performed. I mean, it's one of the more special seasons that I've had in my 11 years.
Stay tuned all off season to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network. Well, coming up in August, the A's will induct the next class into the A's Hall of Fame. It'll be before the A's play the Giants on Sunday, August 6th. And what a group. Jason Giambi, World Series champions Carney Lansford and Gene Tennis, 5-time All-Star and former Philadelphia Athletic Bob Johnson, and the great voice of God, Roy Steele. The induction ceremony, the A's and the Giants on August 6th. Ken Korak here, introducing you to the Xfinity 10G network. Xfinity is undergoing a multi-year network evolution, giving you a powerful connection today while building toward a faster, more reliable tomorrow. The Xfinity 10G network gives you the fastest internet with even faster speeds rolling out all the time. You also get a consistent and reliable connection when everyone's online, even during peak hours. That's a home run. If you want to learn more, go online at xfinity.com/10G.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and more.
This is Kettles and Ramie
on Sactown Sports.
It ain't nothing but a party, right?
That's what I hear. It's Friday on the Kettles and Ramie show. That's Jay, Simone on the other side of the glass. I'm the Ramie half of Kettles and Ramie on post-NBA Draft Friday. You can get in on the show, always. 800-920-1140 is how you can call. Text 916-339-1140. Comment over there on the YouTube page, youtube.com/Sactown Sports. And make sure you give us those likes, subscribe, do all the stuff while you're there. Dwayne Baker says, JJ, I've got an all blacked out A's hat that I'm wearing all season.
Where'd you cop that, Dwayne? I need one of those, brother. This is the closest I have. I think I have an all black A's hat, but this was
all
the closest.
black, isn't it? Except for the
Except
underside.
I got some.
So the logo.
Yeah, the
also.
logo's still emerald green or whatever it was.
Jay, I think I also have a Juneteenth A's hat for you. I could definitely pass along.
Wait.
I got it last year.
Really?
Last year because of our partnership.
Oh, why you holding out on me, Simone?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I need
still
to
got
give you
love
your
for you.
flowers. Someone just called in between the break saying that you're doing such a good job and that he really loves you being on the show.
Hey, man, shouts out to that gentleman, that esteemed gentleman. Absolutely, man. I love it.
And David says, I can't wait to see Monty at a Kings championship parade.
Oh,
He
my
better go
goodness.
harder than Mike Malone.
No one is going to go harder than Simone. Let's
That's-
just start there.
I might agree with that. I've always said if anybody, the A's, the Niners, if they win, I'm going J.R. Smith. I'm shirt off all.
Oh, yeah.
all
All
summer.
day.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta go shirt
I
off,
told
man.
Verlade, carry me when I can no longer walk.
That apple cider don't have you to the left. Huh?
Well, like we said, last night the Kings opened up about $30 million in cap space with the Rashawn Holmes trade. And immediately people started speculating as to what they will do with all that money, including Brian Windhorst on ESPN.
Okay, I want to go back to the Kings.
You got to figure out what's going on in Sacramento.
And Pelton, give Pelton credit here. Pelton mentioned this. Mike Brown is extraordinarily close to Draymond Green. Extraordinarily close. Mike Brown was the Draymond Green whisperer with the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Draymond Green is a free agent. They now have the money if they want to give him a premium over what he opted out of in Golden State.
Okay.
Now, I do believe that Draymond wants to be a Warrior. And I do believe that the trade for Jordan Poole today puts the Warriors in good position to be able to keep their books in a fashion where they can keep Draymond and keep Klay Thompson if they both sign contracts that are pay cuts or at least mildly flat to where they are. But the Kings can now go hunting for Draymond Green if they wish. And that would be extraordinarily interesting because it is the exact type of player that they need. And there's already a be interesting with Sabonis. That would be interesting first practice.
Yeah, the fans would have to do something.
That would be an
their opinion.
extraordinarily interesting situation. Holy Moses.
I could just talk about that clip. I'm like,
Yes.
Wendy's energy. He was just tired
He
at
was
that
sleeping.
point. It was late in the night. And then who decided to put that music over it?
I know.
But that's neither here
With
nor
the
there.
dubstep or whatever.
We're gonna focus on the content of it. And he's not the only one, Jay. This from Jay Hollinger at The Athletic today. The Kings are now looking at having over $30 million in cap room that it could use to chase an upgrade at power forward spot if they let Harrison Barnes leave in free agency. I think it's really important to note that they have an opening at power forward and have a former Warriors coach, have an owner obsessed with the Warriors, and they need to improve on defense, and Draymond Green is an unrestricted free agent. Was this money freed up for Draymond Green?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I put the in front of the note just for the dramatic Brian Windhorst pause or, the slowness of Brian. No, I think it just opened up options. Again, the possibilities, Ramie. I'm pretty sure they have their eye on a few, good men, a few good people, a few good ball players. But I'm not going to go on a limb and say this money was exactly opened up for Draymond Green. I think it was opened up for the type of person, type of ilk of who Draymond Green can present to the Sacramento Kings, no matter if you like him or no matter if you hate him, no matter if you agree with the fit, no matter if you disagree with the fit. The ilk of who Draymond Green is what the Kings opened up this money for. And we've had Draymond conversations. I have a plethora, a list of what he does great. I have a few things that he does, probably not to the best of his ability, but I think you would be foolish if you didn't at least pick up the phone. And the word of the day, this is like Sesame Street, Ramie. Options, brother. It's options. Give me Count Dracula out this thing. Options. That's all I'm saying. And I think Draymond Green is an option.
And I would be in on him, man. I mean, I don't know if he's at the top of my list. You know what I mean? But I think he helps and he comes here and he gives you a lot of what the Kings need. Mm-hmm. The one thing about it is he does a lot in the Warriors offense that Domas does in the Kings offense. So how much of that are you going to take out of Domas's hands and hand over to Draymond Green? But I think those are things that Mike Brown can figure out. And Jay, I'm not like I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't, he's not at the top of my list, but if that's, you know, the NBA free agency, it's not like the Kings get first pick at whoever they want. They go out there and they compete with the other 29 teams that are trying to sign these guys. You know what I mean? If the first, second, third guy on my wish list, or however the order might fall, isn't there, would I be satisfied with getting a Draymond Green? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And even with all the BS, and even with him having stomped on Domas's chest, look, man, Dennis Rodman put a scar in Scottie Pippen's chin that's still there to this day. And a couple years later, they played on the same team and went on to win 3 championships together. Domas can get over it too. You know what I mean? And whatever hard feelings you have as a Kings fan, you can get over it too. If Draymond comes here and puts on the purple and black and helps you do some big things as an organization, that's all that matters, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think a couple of things for me is nastiness, toughness, the oomph. I think the Kings definitely need that type. You know, when it comes, for me, besides Trey Lyles, Malik Monk, Davion Mitchell, I think they lack that. You know, I don't think they have that toughness, the oomph to it, the familiarity of Mike Brown, which you talked about, right? Creator, something that I keep pushing here for the Sacramento Kings. Sometimes you got to take the ball out of De'Aaron's hand, and sometimes the ball, as we've seen in the playoffs quite a bit, is not going to be in Domas' hand. You need a third creator. Rebounding. Come on now. Single-handedly, Kayvon Looney almost beat the Sacramento Kings. Yep. On the glass. Windex. I mean, dude was cleaning the glass all playoffs on the Sacramento Kings. And this other thing, too, you take a piece of the competition, Ramie. You put a chink in the competition's armor. Yep. Right up the road, Pacific Division, someone you're going to have to deal with. I mean, you're taking one of their own, right, and making them your own. For me, though, this is the only thing I would worry about with Draymond. 33 years old, but we know he's not the defender he used to be, right? We know that. There's been a drop off, I would say, the last year and a half. Who knows why? Sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get with Draymond. I think he's a controlled nemesis. I think he knows what he's doing. He controls it. But the one thing for me with the Sacramento Kings, I think is a little interesting, Ramie. You tell me what you think is. He might be a little overpowering for what the Kings have down at the Golden One. And I say that, I led off with the
personality-wise.
Yeah, because I'm not exactly sure some of them guys down there can handle what Draymond is really coming in and asking for. That's something we always hear from all the media, the insiders, about how Draymond is, look, in your face. I'm not exactly sure, just knowing what I know happens down at Golden One, some of those guys might not be built for that.
And I don't know that a lot of guys are gonna
that's a great point.
Are gonna take that from a guy who just walked in the locker room. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot easier. It's almost like if you have like a brother or a close friend from a very young age who might have a bit of an abrasive personality, but that's who you've always known them to be. And you know how to deal with that. You know that it's not always as harsh as it might come. You know what I mean? Like, so you understand that person and you can deal with that personality much easier if it's just what you've always known. When it's a new relationship and a guy comes in with that type of personality, that's a challenging thing. That would be a challenging thing for anywhere Draymond goes that's not Golden State. That's not Steph and Clay and Steve Kerr and all the guys that have known him since the first day he walked in this league and have been working with him since the first day he walked in this league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that would be a challenge, I think, for anybody who signed Draymond Green. But the Kings are probably more equipped to deal with that because of Mike Brown, who could A, cushion the blow for those guys in the locker room, and B, also, I think, be able to rein Draymond in a little bit if he's rubbing people the wrong way.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Brown. Thank you.
Brown.
Thank you. Exactly. It's Cattles and Ramie. Jay in for Cattles today. Right after this, a lot of people thought something might happen in Portland last night. It did not. So where does Rip City go from here?
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Friday forecast looking mainly sunny with light southwest winds. We'll have afternoon temperatures in the upper 70s to about 80 degrees with overnight lows in the mid-50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Shop Folsom Lake Kia for all your favorite models at low prices and payments, plus low finance rates and zero down deals with approved credit. Go see my friends at Folsom Lake Kia right here in Sacramento for over 20 years.
Your health is important, so keep yourself and your family covered with Medi-Cal. Medi-Cal renewals will be happening soon, so if you have Medi-Cal, make sure you don't miss any important renewal information. If you've moved in the last 3 years, check and update your mailing address, email address, and phone number. Learn more at keepmedicalcoverage.org. That's keepmedicalcoverage.org. Paid for by the California Department of Healthcare Services.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now. What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Uma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Uma?
Yep. Switching to Uma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Uma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
Dawn or dusk, I'm on the hunt. Skeeter here, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District, and I'm wearing Skeeter Vision, night vision goggles that light up skeeters at dawn or dusk like the 4th of July. Mosquito, 12 o'clock. Got him. So fight the bite by wearing long sleeves and pants at dawn or dusk when they're most active. Apply insect repellent and drain stagnant water. It's a breeding ground.
Dawn or dusk, the Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you to fight the bite. For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
Y'all ready to do it again, Sacramento? Country in the Park 2 is coming to Heart Health Park at Cal Expo Saturday, September 9th with Cole Swindell, Chris Jansen, Dylan Scott, and more. Plus, a mechanical pool, line dancing saloon, and all the food. Tickets start at $40 or grab your Coors Light Y'all Access passes for $125. For more info, visit SactownSports.com. Country in the Park 2, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, E2 Family Winery, and Hyatt Vacation Club.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and I recognize, just like my friends at American Energy Heat and Air, that your time is important. And that's why shopping for a new air conditioner is now easier with American Energy Heat and Air's online quoting tool. All you have to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote right now. It'll help you determine what system you're going to need to get. It'll provide the best pricing options, all from the comfort of your home without having to have somebody come to your home. You know how annoying that is? They come in and, and everybody there is so sweet and nice, but how much better is it to be able to get it on demand? Visit AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. Or if you want to give them a call and talk through what your needs are, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision-crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton. See all our inventory and specials at AcuraofStockton.com.
For a business to thrive, there needs to be a constant stream of new customers. This happens through strong lead generation. Did you know that lead generation is one of the most important tools of any marketing campaign? Let us help you identify your target audience and market your products and services to them. To get started today, contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results today.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
I'm Simone with your Sactown Sports headlines. Last night during the 2023 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings switched things up with their 24th pick.
Sacramento is trading center Rashawn Holmes and the 24th pick to Dallas.
With the trade of Rashawn Holmes, the Kings have nearly $45 million available with $31 million in cap space and access to the full $12.5 million mid-level exception. Sacramento also traded up to pick 34th to select Xavier guard Colby Jones and selected Furman's Jalen Slauson with the 54th pick.
Look at this coleslaw. Looks like Christmas.
For a comprehensive breakdown of the draft fireworks from last night, head to SactownSports.com. I'm Simone. Those are your Sactown Sports headlines. Happy Friday and welcome into Cattles and Ramie with Jay Johnson.
With you 1 mile at a time during the afternoon drive. Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
What is this? I like this.
Jermaine Dupree.
Come on, man. J.E.
All right. Is this some old Jermaine Dupree or is this something I should
Yes, 2006 or 7.
Really?
I love this song. I'm glad you guys like it too.
Like E40 said, anything over 20 years old is a classic.
Man, doesn't that make
Not
you
20
feel
years
old though?
Oh, yeah, for me, for sure, man. Yeah.
I told you guys, like, it dawned on me, I don't know, within the last year, like that. When I was going to high school, classic rock, which I loved at the time and still love today, was like stuff from the 70s, the Beatles, Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, everything else. And I was like, so kids my age then, now, their classic rock is the stuff that was new when I was that age, like Nirvana and Pearl Jam and all the other stuff.
Vintage, yeah.
And I felt very, very old when I had that realization. Kyle, you don't have to put on headphones and a microphone to make me feel
It's
older.
His birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kyle, you young,
I heard you
kiddo.
going to get your learner's permit to get behind the wheel.
All I wanted to say is yes, Nickelback is our classic rock
Wow.
now.
Oh my
I was never in the Nickelback, okay? And come on, that's ridiculous.
He's trying to stunt you out, Ramie.
They got a couple bangers.
I agree. I had to pipe down because I agree. I'm with you, Ramie, and I get a lot of heat for that on Twitter.
Nickelback, from what I know, I mean, I couldn't name a Nickelback song from a quarterback, but they're huge, right? So we get that part. Yeah.
Oh, we will be rejoining with some Nickelback. Believe
I'm
that.
still not going to know it. I'm just going to think it's a rock song.
So, Jay, yesterday, people thought there might be some kind of movement with the number 3 pick, and something had to give with the Dame Lillard situation, who doesn't want to leave Portland, but also doesn't want to be part of a rebuild, doesn't want to play with the young guy. But nothing happened. They drafted Scoot Henderson, and it appears things are moving forward as is. And you can throw in the fact that Jeremy Grant is expected to command $30+ million annually in free agency and up to 5 years. 5 years, $150 million potentially on the table. Adrian Wojnarowski says there is no magic trade to make Portland a contender anytime soon. And this is what Shams had to say on the Stadium Draft Show last night.
I'm told a timeline for where the future will land with Damian Lillard likely extends now between here, this point tonight, and the start of free agency and potentially even into free agency, and just seeing exactly what Portland is able to do. And if Portland is unable to make a meaningful move and enough to improve the team, Lillard has made it clear behind the scenes, from what I'm told, also publicly, that he doesn't want to come back into a rebuilding situation.
So now the deadline has been pushed back. We all this time we thought it was by trade night, because deadlines make things happen, right, Jay? And they had a very big asset with the number 3 pick that could have made something happen, whether that be to trade Dame Lillard or to trade that number 3 pick and get something or someone to come and help Dame Lillard try and win a championship. Now Shams is saying that the timeline has been pushed back. Do you think anything changes in this Portland situation, or is Dame just going to have to go at it this year with Scoot and Jeremy Grant at 5 years, $150 million, and Shaden Sharp as well?
Well, shouts out to Jeremy Grant for getting his bag if he does get that
Yes,
bag.
sir.
I mean,
Absolutely.
look, I salute anyone. You pay what you're worth, I guess, right? Or excuse me, you're worth what someone will pay you. I said that wrong. At this point, Ramie, for me, man, Dame has come out publicly, as Shams just said, that, and I go back to he had 3 conversations because I cut the sound for you and Nick within the same week where he said he was not going through a rebuild and he did not want to play with a youngster. He made that very, very clear on the podium twice and in an interview one-on-one. He made sure of that. And if I'm not mistaken, even in a Mark Spears piece that was on paper that he said, look, I don't want to play for a rebuild. At this point, Ramie, we either have to have we meaning Dame and the Blazers, we either have to understand that this relationship is going to continue or it's not. That's what's best. It's almost toxic at this point, right? He's almost in a toxic relationship, and I get it, and I understand. We all, my mom used to tell me this all the time, Ramie, and I say this to my daughter. I'm pretty sure we've all had this situation. Everyone who's listening, you're gonna have people come in and out of your life throughout your life. And some of them are going to be difficult to let go. And some of them are going to be super easy. And some of them you should have did it 20 years ago, right? That's where we at with Portland. We're either going to be together for the next couple of years and understand we're trying to build on it, or we got to move on. We have to. Dame is the greatest Portland Trailblazer in my mind.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to him and Clyde Drexler.
I was going to say Clyde might have a case.
Yeah, Bill didn't play long enough. Bill Walton, he didn't play for Trailblazers long enough. But for me, my money is Dame. It sounds crazy that we're talking about an 11-year vet in Portland having to step away, but it may be time. It may be time. And if not, just as quick as you've publicly come out and say you do not want to, he said it many years ago, and we see by his actions, he doesn't want to leave Portland. And we keep hearing conflicting reports. He does not want to leave Portland. I happen to know contacts and stuff. His family loves it. His wife loves Portland. They love it up that way. But professionally, you either have to take this relationship a step further and go all in, or we're going to have to spread love. And I love you, but I love you from afar.
And I think if he really wants out, Jay, if he really doesn't want to be a part of this thing moving forward and he really wants out, as persistent as he was, he never just came out and said, trade me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's when you look at all these superstars who got out of the situation that they were in, that they didn't want to be in, they had to hurt some feelings.
Yes.
And including in the fan base, because to this point, Dame has said, look, I love being in Portland, but I don't want to be part of a rebuild and I don't want to play with young guys. So if he's traded, every Blazers fan is going to say, Dame wanted to be a Blazer to the end, but the Blazers didn't give him what he wanted.
Very true.
You know what I mean? The day he comes out and says, I can't do this anymore, trade me, he's going to hurt some feelings and he's going to lose some people. But I think that's what it's going to take for the Blazers to actually trade him. I think that they're holding him there because he hasn't done that yet. And he hasn't forced their hand yet. And as long as he does that, they know they're going to keep selling tickets.
Right.
They know that he's going to keep on putting on a good show. And they know that to some degree, if you put an okay enough team around him and a young okay enough team around him that's going to grow and develop and get better, that you can be at least somewhat competitive. You know what I mean? And I don't think the Blazers really care about much more than that at this point because like Woj is saying, there isn't a magic trade out there. And if that's the case, unless Dame really forces me to, why am I going to trade Dame Lillard?
Yeah.
What incentive do I have to trade Dame Lillard?
Very true.
Unless I'm going to get a bounty in return that's going to help me with this rebuild. But really, I don't know that you're going to get what we're talking about. Look at some of the trades that have gone down here recently.
Bradley
you know
Beal
what I mean?
Didn't even bring a number 1 pick.
That's exactly what exactly the guy I was about to bring up, Jay. So I think he has to, in some people's eyes, be the bad guy. If he really wants out of there, he's going to just have to come out and say, trade me and hurt some feelings.
Quickly, do you think Dame doesn't want to be the bad guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do. He loves Portland.
Yeah, he does.
He loves Blazers fans.
Family loves Portland.
You know what I mean? And he means it when he says he wants to get it done there. But he needs to realize it's not going to get done there. And if he's not okay with that, tell him I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Not I have preferences. You know, I
gotta put the foot down.
I need to get out of here. I'm not playing here no more.
Man, dude's in a toxic relationship right now, man.
Yes, absolutely.
Toxic, man.
Absolutely.
Dude. Shouts out to Dame, man.
I love Dame.
Dude's a beast, man.
Love that dude.
He has put up with a lot. No doubt he's caused some of these, the conflict, as you're saying. He's caused a lot of conflict towards himself as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure. You're never in a bad situation with no fault of your own.
Yeah.
That's never the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Ramie
Almost
Church.
never.
Boy, you preaching out here, man.
Almost never.
Come on, brother. Pulpit.
Almost never.
Pulpit
Hit a
game.
quick break. After that, how did we not get to this?
Cattles
and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. Need your Niners fix? Sactown Sports has you covered.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think Trey looks significantly better than he did last year. I really do. I think his confidence is there. I think that he's throwing really good passes. I mean, just watching him, he just looks so much more comfortable and confident in the pocket, and I really appreciate that from him, from all the work that he's put into it. He just looks like he's having fun, because when he's out there having a good time, it definitely brings up everyone around him.
Get all your 49ers coverage leading into the 2023 season at Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Pain is not normal. Repeat, pain is not normal. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here with the Good Feet Store. Does this sound familiar? It's the end of the workday, and the pain in your feet, knees, hips, or back is unrelenting. Good Feet understands that you've likely already tried assorted remedies and solutions with no relief. And now you're pretty much resigned to living with the pain. But do not give in to the pain. Instead, come to the Good Feet store for their end-to-end 3-step arch support system. Good Feet is the nation's largest manufacturer and retailer of personalized arch supports. With arch supports in over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities, and an arch support specialist in each store. Come in today for a free, no-obligation arch support fitting, then take them for a test walk around the store or around the center. Experience the comfort, balance, and support possible with the Good Feet system. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now in Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
You could throw your flip-flop at a bug.
Ew, a bug, get it.
But the chances of actually hitting it
over there
are statistically
it's still alive.
Unlikely. Good thing nature's got your back. Stem bug killers combine powerful active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and geraniol and scientifically engineer them into effective bug-fighting formulas, safe for use as directed around people, pets, and throughout the home. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
Thunder, see the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
It's Thunder Valley's $20,000 20th anniversary cash giveaway. 5 winners on Friday and Saturday nights in June. One very lucky guest wins $20,000 guaranteed. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, see the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Oh, God, he's back.
Who's back?
The clown.
The naked one?
Yes, Giggles. He just drove on the lot in a new Kia.
Does he want to trade it in?
No, he wants to show it off.
Isn't he showing off enough? Oh, here he comes.
See what Elk Grove Kia did for me? That's service. That's why they got my business, not you.
I think we've already seen too much of your business. Thank you.
Elk Grove Kia. Great service for everyone.
Elk Grove Kia has never made it easier for you to show it off. Like the hottest all-electric EV in the market, the luxurious EV6. Save big with lease specials of $10,000 below MSRP. Not just 1 or 2, but every EV6 in stock. Don't worry about credit. No credit, bad credit, charge-offs, repos. Don't worry. Our team has over 100 years of experience. Others say no. Elk Grove Kia says yes. Get your EV6 today at Elk Grove Kia in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or elkgrovekia.com and show it off today.
Elk Grove Kia.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
At Lowe's, giving pros more ways to save. Right now, save $100 when you buy the Flex 24-volt brushless impact driver kit for just $99. That's 50% off the original price. Plus, you'll also find Southwire Romex Simpul 250-foot wire for just $109. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid through 7/20 while supplies last.
That's Mike saying good morning. It's the best he can do right now. Yeah, not a cloud in the sky. What Mike could use is a fresh start. And Irish Spring Body Wash. The fresh scent of Irish Spring and those sensational Irish Spring suds are just the reset Mike needs. Now he's ready
To go to work.
It's Sunday. Irish Spring. When the spring hits you, you're ready. Pick up Irish Spring today.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 916-277-8599 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. It's Ram season, Chad. What's going on at Hoblet?
We have some of the biggest savings of the year on new 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s with over $11,000 off MSRP. Or if you're worried about interest rates going up, save $6,000 off MSRP, plus get financing as low as 2.9% for 72 months. And remember, Hoblet is California's #1 Ram truck dealer and has the best selection and deals on HD Rams too.
Hey, that's some pretty great savings, but why drive all the way to Hoblet?
We have no surprise fees, add-ons, or dealer markups, just savings. One of the many reasons we received the Walter P. Chrysler Award for outstanding customer service for 3 years in a row now. Plus, with Hoblet's Peace of Mind guarantee, you can buy with confidence.
Stop by their Hoblet Ram Truck Center for a test drive today, or search, select, and save through the whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
11,000 total net savings after $50.91 factor rebates and 6,000 dealer discounts. $50.91 factor rebates in lieu of 2.9% APR for 72 months on approved credit through Chrysler Capital. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify. 1516 per thousand borrowed. 5 net savings. Simple VIN 622-619.
We didn't miss it.
See right there. You see it?
I think that we just chose not to tell you. Well, we're ready now. It's How Did We Not Get Into It?
Get it to you.
Every Friday, there's always a story that slips through the cracks. And that's what this segment is for. That's why it's called How Did We Not Get Into It? And Jay, there's potentially a big fight on the horizon.
Canelo, Charlo?
Not quite that big.
Okay, they've already signed September. You gonna watch it?
Not quite that big.
You in? You out?
Canelo and who?
Charlo. One of the Charlo twins.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
And is Canelo still good?
Yeah.
Okay. Still beating people up?
Yeah.
All right. Good for him.
All right.
Still cashing checks, I'm assuming.
Oh,
then, right?
big checks.
Okay, good.
The hands are still buy one, get one?
Quite a bit.
All right.
Yeah, and
Good for
he
him.
just signed with PBC, so he's 3-fight deal, big check.
More money?
Big money.
More money. Good for him.
That dude's balling.
No, Jay, I'm talking about two of the world's most high-profile technology billionaires. Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg have agreed to fight each other in a cage match.
Celebrity boxing fight.
Mr. Musk posted a message on his social media platform that he was, quote, up for a cage fight with Mr. Zuckerberg. Mr. Zuckerberg, the boss of Facebook and Instagram parent company Meta, then posted a screenshot of Elon Musk's tweet with the caption, quote, send me location. The story speaks for itself, a Meta spokesperson told the BBC. Elon Musk then replied to Zuckerberg's response with Vegas Octagon.
Drop that P in.
The Octagon is, of course, the Madden fenced-in area that the UFC uses.
Yes.
So, Jay?
Wait, who said drop that P in? Zuckerberg? Or was it Musk? That sounded like Musk something.
He
Musk
said,
would
send
say.
me location.
Who was that?
That was
Zuckerberg?
That was Zuckerberg.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Drop that P and I got some
Zuckerberg
heat
wants
for you.
that smoke. He wants that smoke, man. He said, send me the location. I'll come there right now and smack you up.
You ain't about that life.
Mr. Twitter, I'll come over there right now. In my Tesla. I will drive the car you created over to your house and smack you around, is what Mark Zuckerberg said. So Jay, Zuckerberg versus Musk. Who you got?
I'm gonna take Elon, man.
Really?
Yeah. I think the weight difference is gonna be big.
Okay.
I'm not.
Do I have a tail of the tape?
Yeah, I'm not suppressing
I need a tail of the
Zuckerberg.
tape. Hold on. I'll find it. Go ahead. Give me your breakdown.
Yeah, I'm going Musk just because I think they're in different weight classes.
Mm-hmm.
I think Musk has the weight advantage, and don't get me wrong,
choose your fighter.
Right, I love it. Smaller guys definitely can be the bigger guy, but I think Musk has a little more like oomph to him. You know, Zuckerberg to me is that type of cat that sits behind a computer and he's typing on the numbers. And I'm not saying Musk isn't, but I think Musk is in enough funk that he understands that one day he might have to put his paws up. Zuckerberg, for me, a little weaselish. Kind of just a little bit.
Okay, I have the tail of the tape.
Give it to me, brother.
Right. Elon Musk.
First of all, who put this out?
Elon Musk
I see you on
did.
Twitter.
Elon Musk.
Really?
Oh, you mean the tail of the tape? I don't know who this guy
okay,
is.
gotcha.
I don't know that I want to give him any pub. And it's everywhere. The first tweet I found with it on there, but there are a bunch of them. Elon Musk, 51 years old, 6 feet, 2 inches. He is 100 and no, that can't be right.
That's not right.
That's not what they're giving me his IQ and all this other.
on.
No, I want their size, man.
This isn't a
Come on.
chess match.
Here we go. Now I got it.
Oh, here we go.
6'2", 187. Mark Zuckerberg, 5'8", 154.
Oof, that's 3-4 divisions off there, brother.
Yeah, it is. Now, according to these two guys, I've seen video of Zuckerberg in jiu-jitsu tournaments.
Yes.
And he's placed in a few of them. First, second place.
Is that like the rich guy syndrome, though, that like no one wants to really hurt him and fight him? It's
There
like
you
the
go.
king, participating in jousting or something.
I'm just
he
telling
might
you
have
what I
paid
know.
off a few judges too. He might be greasing some palms on the back end, Simone. I'm with you, brother.
And
I'm with you.
I haven't seen video, but I have seen Elon Musk in like karate and jiu-jitsu outfits. I've never seen
Some pump fakers for the show.
I don't know. I haven't seen actual video. I'm telling I don't, if it's out there, send it to me. But I've seen Zuckerberg in action. He seems to know his way around a mat, Jay. He does seem to know his way around a mat. And there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, very true. I'm with you on that. I
still going Musk?
Yeah, I'm still going Musk.
All right.
Yeah. Options, brother. Options. Remember, the word of the day, the Sacramento Kings have options. I have options. I'm going Elon Musk.
That is a weight advantage. Yeah. That is quite the weight advantage that Elon's got. Size, weight, the whole thing. I don't know. I think Zuckerberg is feisty. I bet he's feisty in there.
I would imagine.
You know what I mean?
I would imagine.
Give me Elon too.
You got Elon too?
Yeah.
I'm taking Elon.
He's got a little dog in him. I don't know.
I think so too. Yeah, a little nastiness.
Personally, I don't think either one knows how to throw a punch.
Well, I mean, if they both been training,
but jiu-jitsu,
allegedly,
and not mixed martial arts. They're not throwing punches. They're grappling.
I got you.
Is there punching in jiu-jitsu? I
just see like a rage in Elon that I don't see, and maybe that's because
there's
the
a rage
social
in
network.
Zuckerberg.
I don't know, but like he was so, or at least that portrayal.
There's a rage
I think
in
that's why I'm giving it.
There's
Elon.
There's a kid who was bullied in there. I would bet.
Yeah.
I would bet.
Give me Musk.
I think I'm going Zuck. I think I'm taking Zuck. I think it would surprise you. I think it might surprise you. And he's the one who said, send me the location, like I said, and I'll come smack you up right now.
Drop the P.
Is what he told Elon Musk. That's a dude who's pretty confident that he's going to win that fight.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Right? There's something to be said for that.
Or he could be the loud cat that's out there and pump faking too, So I don't know. I don't know which way to take it.
I wish they would. And it'd be like a charity or something, but of course not.
Oh man, they should donate the money. No one else needs to put any money in except for them two.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind seeing either one get punched in the face. I'm not going to lie.
Truth.
We'll hit a quick break, and then we'll get back to the Kings and got a little money now.
Again?
We're going shopping, Jay.
Oh, options.
Yes, sir. Options next on Cattles and Ramen.
Cattles and Ramen.
Sactown Sports.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third, your scorer is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track, makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
At Ashton & Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured,
remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Y'all ready to do it again, Sacramento? Entering the Park 2 is coming to Heart Health Park at Cal Expo Saturday, September 9th with Cole Swindell, Chris Jansen,
I can fix them.
Dylan Scott, and more. Plus, a mechanical pool, line dancing saloon, and all the food. Tickets start at $40 or grab your Coors Light Y'all Access passes for $125. For more info, visit SactownSports.com. Entering the Park 2, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, E2 Family Winery, and Hyatt Vacation Club.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-330-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you find the right customers. Spread awareness of your product or services. We can help build trust in your brand and services with a digital marketing campaign. Increase leads and get more customers. We create tailored digital marketing campaigns that deliver results. Don't wait. Get started today. Contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results.
Did you know that money market accounts offer higher dividends than a traditional savings account, all while still being able to access your money at any time? Hey, Jason Ross here, and I want to tell you to step up your earning power with a Level Up money market savings account at Safe Credit Union. With competitive dividend rates, you can take your savings to the next level. Visit safecu.org/levelup for more information and to open up an account today. Insured by NCUA.
At Elk Grove Honda, we see every Honda buyer as a member of the family, so we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we would buy from ourselves. At Elk Grove Honda, we include many benefits that a private seller just can't match. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection, and our certified pre-owned Hondas are under 5 years old. So you know you're getting the newest Hondas in prime condition. See our exceptional selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your home for the Oakland A's every weekend.
And it's swung on line to left center, base hit, and the A's have won it on a walk-off line drive, base hit to left center.
Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines. I'm Simone with your Sactown Sports headlines. Last night during the 2023 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings switched things up with their 24th pick.
Sacramento is trading center Rashawn Holmes and the 24th pick
to Dallas.
With the trade of Rashawn Holmes, the Kings have nearly $45 million available, with $31 million in cap space and access to the full $12.5 million mid-level exception. Sacramento also traded up to pick 34th to select Xavier guard Colby Jones and selected Furman's Jalen Slauson with the 54th pick.
Look at the coastline. Looks like Christmas.
For a comprehensive breakdown of the draft fireworks from last night, head to SactownSports.com. I'm Simone. Those are your Sactown Sports headlines. Happy Friday and welcome into Cattles and Ramie with Jay Johnson.
With you 1 mile at a time during the afternoon drive. Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
Hour number 2, Cattles and Ramie.
Is this Nickelback?
Yes, it is.
I see why I haven't been up on Nickelback too much.
You remind me.
This is how you
No,
remind
Kyle, no, I know it's your
me.
birthday, but no, turn off his mic, please. No, thank you. It is hour number 2 of Cattles and Ramie. 1 hour from now, we'll be talking with the college head coach of one of the Kings draft picks from last night. 3:30, we'll go on the record with some predictions here on the show as we do every Friday at that time. But, Jay, last night, the Kings opened up a whole bunch of money. And like you've been saying throughout the show, a whole bunch of options.
Options, baby.
Of what they can do with that money by getting out of the contract of Rashawn Holmes and trading out of the number 24 pick. They're now in the $30 million range when it comes to cap space. And in recent weeks here on the show, I think it was a couple weeks ago, we did a little buy or sell on the show talking about free agents that were in the Kings price range then.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday's price ain't today's price, Jay. You know
Not
what
at
I mean?
all.
And this reminds me of, like, you know, when your parents drop you off at the mall and you have like maybe enough money for a smoothie, but then you find a 20 on the ground. Ooh. And the whole day changes, right?
Hey,
the whole day at the mall just changed, right?
Big time. It's big time
yes,
now.
Sir. Now it's time to do some things.
I can add a slice in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might even be able to come on with a pair of socks. Straight up.
Now we're shopping in a different price range,
Better
Jay,
believe it.
is what's happening here. So I thought let's do a little buy or sell and see if you're in on some guys that they check in at a little bit higher price range than what we were talking about before. We talked about Khris Middleton yesterday, and that probably wasn't really very realistic with the cap space that they had. Now with the money that they do have, John Hollinger says Khris Middleton is going to go for at least $26 million. It might get up to around $30 million per year on a 3 or a 4 year deal. Jay, with your new cap space, are you in or out on Khris Middleton?
I'm out. I'm still out on K-Mid. I love K-Mid. I love what he brings to the game of basketball. Dynamic on the offensive side. I just don't like his fit in Sacramento. Same thing I said yesterday. To me, it doesn't equate to championship. And not so much as Khris Middleton, I'm just not sure the puzzle fit. The pieces fit the puzzle for me when it comes to Khris Middleton. How about yourself?
I'm in on Khris Middleton.
For sure.
I think I'm in. I have some concerns about it with the injury slowing him down so much last year, keeping him out of games. I shouldn't say slowing him down, but keeping him out so much last year. He just entered his 30s, which guys don't tend to start getting healthier at that point.
Right.
But I think what he brings to the table is worth the risk. Cam Johnson, power forward, Brooklyn. He's going to be a restricted free agent. He's going to ask for about $27 million per year, Jay.
That's out of pocket.
So you're not in?
That's out of pocket.
Not in on Cam Johnson.
The Kings should definitely be checking their options for $27 million for Cam Johnson. From my point of view. Look, I'm just giving you Jay's point of view. I'm out on Cam Johnson. I think he's overvalued. I think for what everyone in the NBA is looking for a 3-and-D guy. Everyone. Mm-hmm. Very few people. That's like the prototypical NBA player now. If you're talking about an NBA player, matter of fact, NBA 2K guys, I want to be a 3-and-D person, right? Because everyone's looking for it. They tend to get paid the most, when it's really all said and done. When you have the market is allowing Cam Johnson and Tobias Harris and guys like that, Kelly Oubre, who's been whipping cats over the last couple of years for money. I'm just out on Cam, man. He's a good ball player. Again, not impactful for me.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be in on Cam Johnson. I don't think he brings enough to the table to ask for that type
30 mil
of money. I mean, that's at the same time, that's the market. You know what I mean? A lot of guys have dollar figures next to their name that don't make a whole lot of sense to me, but I think you need to sometimes just recalibrate what exactly makes sense when you're talking about NBA money. Josh Hart, according to John Hollinger and his top 25 free agents, is going to cost just over $28 million per year. Jay, man, you in or out on Josh Hart?
That's a hefty price, brother. That basically means all the cap that you open up, you're giving it to Josh Hart. I'm with the Hart Foundation, though. Love it. Put me in cardiac arrest. Any kind of cliche you want to throw out there when it comes to Harts, I'm with it. Brett the Hitman Anvil, sign me up. Josh Hart.
Hart Foundation. Taking me back.
And $28 million is steep, though.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of coin, man.
That's
a lot of socks.
Now, here's a guy who comes with a world of talent and potential, has done some things already at this level, also comes with some baggage, Jay.
Yeah, for sure. We all do.
Miles Bridges.
I like Miles Bridges, man.
$29 million. Now, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, he did have a domestic violence issue.
Don't like him when it comes to that. I'm song on the floor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it happened last season. He's plead to it. There isn't going to be any jail sentence, but there is a suspension coming down from Adam Silver in the NBA. So you're going to pay $29 million, and you're not going to have him for a chunk of the first season. But after that, if he does the work to reform, rehabilitate, and stay on the straight and narrow off the court, you're getting a guy who can do a lot of things out there on the court. Jay, are you in or out on a Miles Bridges?
Well, first, let me say this. We all have baggage. Not to that extreme, but we all have skeletons in the closet.
Yes.
I'm not excusing that gentleman for what he's done, but I'm just saying, as you said earlier in the show, before you point the finger, understand none of us are perfect.
Right.
I'm not excusing what that gentleman did at all. If you're talking about on the court, I'm taking Miles Bridges. I'm very, very surprised if he gets $29 million a year. I would see $29 million being his whole package. And the reason why is he has to prove it. He's kind of in a position where he has to, get back into the good graces of the NBA. We know he's talented, but what he's done off the court would definitely make you go, But I'll say this. Ja Morant got 25 games. If he gets more than 25 games, I don't know. I can't see how he gets more than 25 games. I would say somewhere around that same, place, 20, 25. I'm good with that. And if he's more affordable, I would take him.
Yeah, at the right price, I'd take him. 29 is a little steep for me, but
yeah, it's very steep.
I mean, Jay, I'm not pushing anything aside or brushing anything under the rug. But
no, absolutely.
There are other guys in the league with that charge on them, and
unfortunately,
and in and out of the league who've done that and then got their life right. You know what I mean? And it's one of my go-to sayings on this show: people are not disposable.
Yes,
and the best thing for Miles Bridges, his victim, and everybody else involved is that Miles Bridges is reformed and rehabilitated and has a long and successful career, and everyone benefits from that, including, like I said, his wife, who was the victim in this case
absolutely
a year ago. This is another name and a number next to it that I think won't make sense to you, Jay, but I'm gonna throw it at you anyways. Jakob Poeltl, center.
Jakob.
$25 million for Jakob Poeltl.
Poeltl. Yeah.
I always get that wrong.
How much?
$25 million.
Per year?
Per year.
Hollinger said that?
That's what he said.
I love John Hollinger. Man, that dude, look, I'm not.
You think he's working for the players?
I was trying to have a perfect way to say that. I'm not going against what Hollinger is because I'm a friend of the show. Definitely multi-talented. He's been in the front office before, capologist. However you want to, define him, describe him. $25 million a year?
What are you saying?
This is going back to the 2016 NBA free agency where Solomon Hill got $46 million. I'm not giving him that type of money. No way. If you want to catch me for that mid-level exception or most of it, I'm in, but not for the $25 million. Stop it.
Finally, a name that has been getting thrown around.
Buy a house in Beverly Hills.
A lot when you're talking about this money that the Kings just found on their hands with the trade yesterday. Draymond Green, who John Hollinger thinks will cash in at just under $24 million per year.
Wait a minute. Jakob Poeltl,
I'm
Miles
just
Bridges.
you what the man is right.
Who else did we get? Said is gonna be
in the 28-29 range. Yes,
more money than Draymond Green.
I mean, he is 33 going on 34 years old.
Draymond.
He says the deal would start at 21 and then escalate to 27.
I'm in on Draymond at 24.
Okay,
I'm in. That still leaves me a little wiggle room to put the paint where it ain't. I'm with it. I like it. Draymond at 24 kind of allows you to go, take a flyer on a Jakob Poeltl somewhere that's not $25 million. Maybe Bruce Brown. I like it.
I'd be in on Draymond at that price
24.
too. But what dawned on me as I was going through this list and these price tags attached to these guys, Jay, is I think instead of using, and again, I don't know how salary caps work in the NBA. All right, my eyes roll when I start to read that stuff. And I think instead of using all 30 on one of these guys that he has in his tier 2 of free agents, I think I'd rather go get 2 guys that are in his tier 3. I'm looking at some of the guys in tier 3.
This is I've been fighting saying this on this very air, and I'm gonna tease it a little bit. Within the next week or so, when free agency starts here, I've kind of almost come to conclusion, and I know Kings fans don't want to hear this, and I don't even want to believe what I say. For me, for Jay, the free agency list doesn't really touch me. There's not a person or two that's out there that commands what it sounds like some of these guys are going to get. Cam Johnson. I'm not really in on the $30 million guy that I see that's out there that's available. I'm in on the $30 million guy that I probably just can't have, right? And that's understandable. We always want to covet something that we can't have. It's always better when we can't have it, seems to be. It's a want, not a need. There's a lot of guys that I'm on the fence that's very iffy, man. And I've been trying to come to Jesus moment and be like, okay, look, we have to add. There's only 6 guys on the roster guaranteed right now. There's gonna be additions, but I'm having a hard time, me personally, finding someone that I really, really, really like.
I'm with you.
And I've been reading everyone from the Jason Andersons to the Sean Cunninghams to the Tim Maxwells you name them.
I don't even love the guys in tier 1 when you're talking about you have Kyrie, James Harden, and then somebody's going to pay Fred VanVleet too much money.
I agree. That's just going to happen. It's not hitting right. But again, word of the day. We should put that on the YouTube. Options. And if you're going to add something, right? You have to add something at this point. But there are a lot of options out there that don't really touch me as being the best move. I think because you have $30 million in cap space, there's some guys that I would love that probably were untouchable, ungettable, and probably you shouldn't even thought about. They were unthinkable. And now that you have that, those options, maybe you can kind of throw that out there and soak in a bad contract to get a big name. And that's kind of, I guess, what I'm looking for. Again, I'm still doing my homework. I'm still educating myself. It's not something a lot of Kings want to hear. Hence, that's why I'm just kind of putting out there and putting it on Jay. Please understand. I don't like the options, me personally.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying me. I want nobody to get on YouTube, start crying. Your thoughts?
I'm with you.
Okay,
I'm right there.
We're getting here.
I'm not in love with a lot of guys. In tier 3, I wouldn't say I'm in love with, but a lot of intriguing guys there.
Very true.
I've mentioned Brook Lopez plenty. I think Christian Wood is intriguing. Actually, those guys he has in tier 4 and in like the $15 to $18 million range. But when you get into tier 2, you got I'm not out on Dylan Brooks. Bruce Brown is there. You got PJ Washington.
See, I like those names better.
That's what I'm saying.
Rate. Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Is for the cost to value. I think that I like what's going on in tier 3 and tier 4 more than I like what's going on in tier 1 and tier 2.
Yeah, tier 1 and tier 2. I'm looking for 30 million and above. I'm looking for someone that's coming in, bam, it's ungettable. It's unthinkable.
You can always comment, youtube.com/Sactown Sports. We'll read some of those comments on the other side. Plus, things got even worse for an already tough situation for one NBA franchise last night.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Apparently, there is a cage match brewing between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. Now, I hope this happens for many reasons. Number one, it just goes with the downfall of our society. Number two, nothing more fun than seeing super ultra mega billionaires just beat the hell out of each other. Number three, it would obviously be a terrible, terrible, terrible fight.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Sactown Sports.
Hey, you want to be around people having a great time? You need to come check out Capital Casino, offering the most varieties of table games in the region in the friendliest environment. Come for the food, which is awesome, of course, and stay and play. Conveniently located in downtown Sacramento at 411 North 16th Street, right there in downtown Sacramento for over 20 years. Cap Casino, best food, best games, and of course, the best action. And please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
One brings Macloff magic, while the other, we're still trying to figure that out.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
That's the show. We were going shopping with the Kings money in the last segment. You can always comment at youtube.com/Sactown Sports. Like while you're there. I just saw, just as we're coming back from break, me scratching and I don't know what I was doing to the tip of my giant nose. That's
all good, brother.
Really, really, really pleasant picture for y'all there. I wasn't picking it. All right. Don't do that at work.
Oh my goodness.
At work.
Important distinction. For once, I'm showing up in the YouTube.
Oh,
you can head over to
Look
the
at Simone.
YouTube, and
Simone
I
over there.
am on the ones and twos today.
Yeah, I see you.
If you like seeing
Serato
Simone,
gang.
click the like. Or for whatever other reason you might like it. Click
Come
that
on back
like.
there with the powder
Subscribe.
blue, the King's powder blue.
On the
See
ones
you
and
working.
twos and on the updates. Doing it all today.
You are
Jay
doing
in
a
the
lot.
co-host chair. I am Ramie of Cattles and Ramie. Roy says Kyle Kuzma. He wants to go shopping for Kyle Kuzma.
I'm not opposed to Kuz, man. I know he's gonna get paid, but I guess if we have to spend money, which we do, I'm spending the money, but if the Kings have to spend money, I'm not opposed to Kyle. Of all the people that John Hollinger listed, I'd take Kyle before all of those, minus Draymond Green at $24 million.
Okay. I like Kyle Kuzma. I think he could come in and help for sure.
Too. Shout out to Roy.
Ken Dog Funky
Okay.
says, I say the Kings sign Brooke Lopez, bring in Sasha, keep the rest of the money to re-sign Sabonis. They don't need to re-sign. They don't need to keep money from this year till next year to re-sign Sabonis.
Right.
Sabonis ain't signing an extension this year because it only benefits him to wait for the new CBA to kick in next year, and he can make a lot more money. Spend all the money.
Exactly.
Spend all the money.
I
right
do
now.
like 2 of the 3 though, and I think that's part of what's going to happen is we heard what Sasha wants. If Sasha Vezenkov to come over this way, it sounds like he wants $10 million.
In the 10 million range.
Yeah, absolutely. You could bet your bottom dollar that's part. If the Kings really like Sasha, which I think they do from everything we've heard and everyone that's tapped in with the team, they like Sasha. I thought being affordable was kind of going to be one of their issues, but now it's not. I think that's part of it too, for sure.
And
2 or 3 is going to happen. I hope Brooke Lopez happens.
Manny says, what about HB? Are you more or less likely to bring back HB with this money opened up? Because I I think at first blush you go less likely. You can go and get better guys. But going back to what we were talking about before, maybe you can bring in HB and one of those guys in the tier 3 or 4 that we were talking about. And now HB, yes, he's back, but he's not. You're not asking for as much from him. If you can bring back HB, but also sign a Brook Lopez. You know what I mean? So that sometimes you can go big with Domas at the 4. Sometimes you can go small, Domas at the 5, Harrison Barnes at the 4. You know what I mean? It gives you some versatility as far as what starting lineups you can go with or just what lineups you can go with throughout the course of a game. I think that Harrison Barnes coming back, plus the extra money used to go and get somebody else, I don't think is necessarily something that's out of the question, Jay.
Yeah, very true. I'm with you. I think it definitely opens up more options for Harrison Barnes to a pathway for him to come back and allow Sasha Vezenkov probably to fall in. I would imagine from what we've seen, they want Sasha to come off the bench. Unless he just comes and really lights it up and really opens eyes, I think he's going to be off the bench. I think the Kings have 4 of their 5 starters. I think they're looking for a powerful, impactful 5th starter, either that be at the 3 or the 4, because Keegan's kind of interchangeable. I think it opens the pathway for HB to come back and put a little potency on the back end of the bench. It wouldn't be my first option. Again, I'm looking for someone that's going to fill out that 5th starter position, a la Kyle Kuzma, and allow to kind of go get someone like a Bruce Brown off the bench and maybe like a Brook Lopez on a 1-year deal who's probably playing for a championship and a check. And now we're cooking with grease now, brother.
Yep.
We put together 3-4 impactful guys, all who's going to play, all part of the rotation, and we still don't know what Sasha's going to offer.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, like you keep saying, Jay, options.
Brother.
Options is what we're looking at.
Come on now.
You know who doesn't have very many options right
Who's
now,
that?
Jay, is my Chicago Bulls.
Man, you got Brian Windhorst on me a little bit. I saw it in your face. I knew where you were going. You saw
the energy drain from my body.
That's not the Ramie I know.
You saw the wind come out of my sails,
yes,
as I said what I just said right there. Well, the Bulls announced today that Lonzo Ball is not expected to return from injury next season. He already missed last season and a part of the previous season with this knee injury and subsequent surgery. And Zach LaVine's representatives say they would be against a deal to the Knicks. Per the New York Daily News, LaVine's camp isn't interested in dealing with the Knicks, who have a reputation around the league of favoring clients of CAA. So now they have the duo, and by the way, Leon Rose worked at CAA before taking over the Knicks. So now the Bulls, they don't have Lonzo Ball for another year. They have the combo of LaVine and DeRozan, which obviously has not been working for them the last couple of years. And I was reminded of this today in a text chat with my brother and a couple other buddies who are Bulls fans. No first round pick next year, because I was like, well, now you just tank. If you know you're not getting Ball back, you know this thing hasn't worked with the guys who you do have there. Now you just tank. And my buddy was like, why? They don't have a first round pick next year. And I just threw my phone across the room when he reminded me of that.
I didn't mean to laugh at your druthers, my man.
It is just a dire situation in Chicago. They're just spinning their wheels on the fringe of the playoff picture, which is where you absolutely do not want to be as an NBA franchise.
Yeah, 100%. I love Zach LaVine. I'm a huge fan of Zach LaVine. I've been of the Zach LaVine come to Sacramento. Vlade, the former general manager of the Sacramento Kings.
He's not a 1 though, right?
No. He's not. He's not. He's definitely a 2. I think the Bulls may have seen him as a 1. The Bulls for me have 2 number 2s: DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine. It's kind of like when you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have 1. It's kind of that same conversation. Love Zach LaVine. His big thing has been injury. The athleticism is there. The shot has developed pretty well. He's got a good mid-range. I still like the aggressiveness. He's got an attitude. He doesn't really care if you're in his face or not. That's why I've always pushed for Zach LaVine. Love what he would bring here to the Sacramento Kings. Of course, you lose the shooting of Kevin Huerter, but I really don't care, because I think you have enough shooting around, and I think the attitude of Zach LaVine pushes the limit and pushes the Sacramento Kings to be great, as we see him here in the highlight playing defense. Love DeMar DeRozan. absolutely love DeMar DeRozan. I think for everything that I said with Zach, same thing. The shooting definitely goes down a little more with DeMar, but I think DeMar is what the Kings are missing.
Didn't we talk a couple weeks ago about somebody who proposed a DeMar to the Kings trade?
Yes.
He's like, to me, he's D Fox 10 years older. You know what I mean?
I get you.
So you already kind of have that. And I don't know.
But he's at a different position.
Yeah.
Okay.
But does a lot of the same things.
Okay.
Does a lot of the same things for you and your offense. So I'm not. And also, I don't know. Maybe I'm just soured on both of those guys.
Yeah, you are, man. You're upset. It's okay.
Because they haven't won anything for my Bulls.
Vucevic, serviceable. Pat Williams.
I need a win.
Pat Bev.
I need me a win.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and get one now. You got something, Simone?
No, some more bad news for you.
Oh,
you
no.
know you don't have a 2025 first round pick either, right? The Bulls.
Let's just go to a break so
Okay.
I can get a win
All
next and on the record. That's coming up next.
Trey Zach.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. The Kings season might be over, but Sactown sports coverage never stops.
I feel like we grew a lot during this playoff series with our defense, and if we can sustain that during a year, that's going to help us a lot.
Stay tuned all off-season to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Friday forecast looking mainly sunny with light southwest winds, while the afternoon temperatures in the upper 70s to about 80 degrees with overnight lows in the mid-50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
This 4th of July, it's all about selection and convenience. With 17 award-winning dealers, 20 brands, and thousands of vehicles, the Roseville Auto Mall has Northern California's largest selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. The Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
For nearly 20 years since Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course opened near the banks of the Sacramento River, it's been Sacramento's #1 course for fun. Terry Dye of the famous Dye family of golf course architects designed the course to be an easy walk, but motorized carts are available as well. You and your friends of all abilities will find Bartley Kavanaugh featuring a brand new tap room is a great place to play golf. After your round, relax on the outdoor veranda overlooking the course with a cold beverage or a tasty meal. For tee times, visit BartleyKavanaugh.com. It's Sacramento's #1 course for fun.
At Lowe's, we're always bringing pros more ways to save. Right now, save $100 when you buy the Flex 24-volt brushless impact driver kit for just $99. That's 50% off the original price. Plus, you'll also find Southwire Romex Simpole 250-foot wire for just $109. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid through 7/20 while supplies last.
There's a right way and a wrong way to fight off mosquitoes. Karate chopping the air in a public place in front of your kids and their friends, Mom, is the wrong way. Using STEM mosquito repellent is the right way. STEM effectively repels mosquitoes by harnessing active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and peppermint, making it safe for use as directed around people and pets. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science, and embarrassment-free.
Hey, it's Nick Cattle suggesting you celebrate your 4th of July the right way with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers from Green Acres Nursery and Supply. Our Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned us into pros. Napoleon grills have features other grills can't match. Built different, built better, and built to last. All made with premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Just go to Napoleon.com for your nearby Napoleon Grills dealer. Napoleon Grills, now is the time for the best selection of grills and fine accessories. Now is the time to take care of your 4th of July.
Prestige line comes with a lifetime warranty.
Sacramento Kings basketball is back this summer. Catch 6 games of NBA action and fun for the whole family when the California Classic Summer League returns on July 3rd and 5th. The Kings will host the Golden State Warriors, Los Angeles Lakers, Miami Heat, and newly added San Antonio Spurs and Charlotte Hornets with the #1 and #2 NBA draft picks. 2-day passes start at just $42 and include access to all 6 games. Visit Kings.com/California Classic for more information and to buy your tickets today.
Since 1776, July 4th has been celebrated as the birth of American independence, but it's been a federal holiday only since 1941. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. It was a mere 7 years later when the Keys family opened their first Naturewood store in Sacramento. And I guess Northern Californians have been celebrating ever since. We celebrate an incredible selection of furniture brands made right here in America. We celebrate the kind of generous hometown hospitality that was important to Walter Keys in 1948 and continues with the Keys family and the Naturewood Home Furnishing staff today. And we celebrate the kind of quality that's been synonymous with Naturewood for all these 74 years. Look for made in America brands like Stanton, Sam Moore, Stickley, Hilltop Hickory, Simply Amish, and more during the Naturewood 4th of July sale event. Find the furniture that you will celebrate for years to come. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision-crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton. See all our inventory and specials at AcuraofStockton.com.
Sactown Sports
Headlines.
I'm Simone with your Sactown Sports headlines. Last night during the 2023 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings switched things up with their 24th pick.
Sacramento is trading center Rashawn Holmes and the 24th pick to Dallas.
With the trade of Rashawn Holmes, the Kings have nearly $45 million available with $31 million in cap space and access to the full $12.5 million mid-level exception. Sacramento also traded up to pick 34th to select Xavier guard Colby Jones and selected Furman's Jalen Slauson with the 54th pick.
Look at the coleslaw. Looks like Christmas.
For a comprehensive breakdown of the draft fireworks from last night, head to SactownSports.com. I'm Simone. Those are your Sactown Sports headlines. Happy Friday and welcome into Cattles and Ramie with Jay Johnson.
Some things just need to be recorded. And we aren't talking about on TikTok. We're talking about predictions and guarantees.
It's on the record.
But off the record, I can't stand those.
Yeah, every sports talk radio show, they make predictions. Then they just go off into the ether. Unless they're right. They'll remind you when they're right.
That's right.
Not when they're wrong. Here, Cals and Ramie, with Jay and Simone, we keep track.
Absolutely.
We keep batting averages. We
Come on
let
now.
you know how often we're right, how often we're wrong. Before we get to today's on the record predictions, I'm going to go to the other side of the glass and Simone to tell us, or is it Kyle? I see a lot of.
He's got the paper back there. Kyle's going to read it off.
And forth. Kyle's going to read it
Some
off.
averages, Kyle.
Birthday boy, Kyle's got the averages.
Not a whole lot
brother.
of change from last week because, Jay, yours are still out there. Although Bradley Beal got traded, so you're waiting on Damian Lillard to get traded for a home run.
Oh.
So,
You parlayed that?
Yes, sir.
You said both them would get traded?
Come on now.
And he said,
I don't lay $60,000 to make $300, brother. I lay $60,000 to make $120.
So outside of that, Whitey Gleason went 0 for 3.
Oof.
I went 0 for 1. But Ramie, one of your long-term predictions came true.
Which one?
You said the Oakland A's will not get the vote for relocation by June 25th.
Hey.
And Sunday, and looks like
boy.
it's not coming.
All right.
So you raised your average to 246.
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay. What do we have like a leaderboard in terms of averages? And where we're all
You've
at?
got the most runs, but of course Simone is still batting
right.
333.
Hey.
Jay's
He's
batting.
dropping fast though.
That anchor.
Jay was at 300. He's at 295 still.
Don't worry about it.
You are at 246, and Nick Cattles is sitting and last at 231.
Damn.
I mean,
Okay.
technically Whitey's 0 for 6, so technically he's
Whitey.
Oh
zero.
my
We
God.
designated Whitey for assignment. He's out. He's GA. Bye. Kevin Gleason, you're done, brother.
All right. So, all right. That's where we're at today. I'll start off this week's round of predictions. I'll keep it NBA. I guess it's not free agency, but NBA activity related. I think Dame Lillard is going to be traded within the next 7 days. Within the next 7 days, Dame Lillard will be traded. Is that, what do you guys?
I'm going double.
Double?
Yeah.
Simone, double?
Just because I don't know. In the middle, 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay.
They might yeah, I'll give you a double.
Okay.
All right.
Well, then it's a double.
Yep.
Jay, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm
What's your first
following that
prediction
cab
this
and
week?
saying I'm going to say the Sacramento Kings will have at least 10 national games next year. At least 10 national games next year.
That's a lot. That's
great.
a
Time, baby.
home run.
That's
That
big
would be
time.
a huge
I
jump.
love that
If
one.
they went from 2 to 10, that's a huge jump.
That-
That's a home run if
10.
that happens, Jay. All right. So, Simone, you agree? Home run, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's your first prediction, Simone?
We're all thinking about Dame right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go very specific here. I'm going to go with Dame to Miami before July. That means
That's next week.
I know.
Dame to Miami.
Before
So
free
you're
agency.
No, free agency starts next Friday, right?
Yes. He was just listening to Welcome to Miami on his Instagram Live.
What I'm
Is-
drawing. You can read me like a book, Rami. That's
So
exactly
that's why you're
why
going
I
to say
selected
so.
that.
Dame
Yes.
to Miami before July.
Yes.
I think that's a home run, right?
Yes.
For her to pick her team, because there's going to be a number of teams in on Dame if he's on the
The
market.
specificity
for her to-
of before July.
Before July
Talk
1st?
to me.
I think it's a home run, Jay.
Okay, I'll give it to her.
You're going to go with
Yeah,
home run?
home run.
All right.
Home
Kyle,
run.
are you in on this, or were you just a
Yeah,
record
go, Kyle.
keeper? It's your birthday.
Kyle's just a
Birthday,
bookkeeper.
boy.
I mean, it is his birthday.
I'm the bookie today. Is
Yeah,
that
he's
what's
a
happening?
bookkeeper right now.
Make one if you want.
Go ahead, throw it out there.
Okay, I will say that the previously 10 wins in a row San Francisco Giants, who the Padres broke that win streak on Thursday, hometown San Diego. Giants are going to miss the playoffs this year.
Ouch.
That's a single.
That's a single. I don't
Yeah,
think
I don't
nobody's
have
got
it,
that
man.
missing.
They're 4.5 games up on the wild card.
Come on
right
here
now.
and hate on the Padres. They're how many games up on the wild card?
4.5, I
That's a
believe.
single.
Who's behind them? I haven't even looked at the wild card standings.
Dodgers.
It's too ear-
Now,
like I know
right.
division standings. It's way too early in the season to be looking at wild card standings. Where are they? Maybe I'll change mine from a single.
They're 5th seed right now in the National League, and they are 3.5 ahead of the Brewers and Phillies, and then 5.5 ahead of the Cubs.
Hella
And-
inconsistent,
Yeah.
though.
National League is just gross.
yeah, National League has like 2.5 good teams
I thought they were in front of the Dodgers.
by a half game right
Okay,
now. But,
okay.
but
So they're
again,
behind them, yeah.
6 teams make the playoffs
Yeah.
now, so the gap between 6 and 7 is quite significant.
Yeah, I'm still going to
Single,
say
man.
a
That's
single.
They ain't making no playoffs.
They're not. I don't think they'll make the playoffs.
All
All right.
right, what you got, Rami?
Back around to me, and
Yes, sir.
I'm going to say that the day NBA free agency opens, now, I don't know, we need to maybe put some parameters on this to tell me exactly what constitutes this. The Kings make a big signing. I'm not going to put a name on it. I'm just going to say
What's a big sign?
I know exactly.
That's what I'm.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a big sign.
If the Kings
Put
are
a
going to
number on
sign
it.
somebody for over $27 million.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
So one player,
One player is going to get
Okay.
$27 million or more per year from the Kings on day one of NBA free agency.
or before.
On day one.
Okay, so
On day one.
when the bell strikes,
When the bell strikes, the Kings will have a big free agent.
but will we know? Because you know it's going to come out the day before, 2 days before. Will we know that?
What do you mean? Like, when will we know?
We know tampering happens.
Yes.
So, we'll probably hear the announcement the day before, or maybe we'll kind of have, rumors of
I mean,
this
we
person.
might, but I'm
Okay.
not gonna. I think that restricts restricts myself in terms of when this could come true. I'm just gonna say by the opening of NBA free agency.
That's a triple.
That's
I felt a
That's a
triple in my heart, too.
All right,
That's a
thank
triple.
you, Jay. Your second prediction?
Yeah, I'm almost getting ready to get in trouble here on air, but that's okay. I hope the boss man is listening. Love the boss man.
Okay.
I'm looking around the studio, and I see 4 jerseys up here. 1, 2, Rashawn's down, 4, and a De'Aaron Fox and Oakland A's jersey.
I love Marvin Bagley still up.
Twice.
Twice?
There's 2 Marvin Bagley jerseys.
That's beautiful.
It don't make no sense.
Why?
Double the fun.
Why?
Absolutely. I'm going to say, I'm on the record of saying the Sac Sports 1140 family will garner at least 3 new jerseys by opening day of the Kings season.
That's a home run. That's
New
a home run.
jerseys.
We got 2 Bagleys, a Tyrese Halliburton, a Rashawn Holmes. Shouts out to Rashawn and the family, and an Oakland A's jersey
out of pocket.
Pillow.
That's come on. So
this creepy Nick Cage pillow.
We have 1 King member on the wall. Why is that? I'll be the one to say it.
Can we get a dome on?
I love that.
I'll take the heat.
Murray.
You
Boss
are
man.
absolutely not getting a hit with
seriously
this, though.
Yeah, okay, I'm just saying.
So good on you. I'll give you. It's got to be like a triple,
That's
maybe
a
a home
home
run.
run.
Yeah, a home
I
run.
said
Okay, a home run
for 3.
Yep,
3
of them.
Yes,
By the start of
that's
the
a home
season?
run. You're right. You're
That's
right.
a home run.
Who
That's a
takes the
home run.
Bagleys home here?
I'll take it.
Okay.
And Simone, your final prediction of the week.
I'm going to go ahead and say we're going upstairs to our neighbors and talking about Drake. Will be rocking a Grady Dick jersey on his socials at some point this summer.
Oh, that's a hit by pitch. That's guaranteed. That's almost as
Really?
Come on.
God, you guys aren't even going to.
That's
Not
a
even a
single.
single. Okay,
That's a
fine,
single.
fine. I'll take it.
It's intentional walk.
Counts the same. Go hit 400 like a Lisa Rise.
He's gonna be
Up that on-base
bedazzled,
percentage.
and he's gonna
Come
have
on now.
really
Up that
dope
on-base
glasses.
percentage.
See, that's-
He's gonna be in like Virgin Islands or something. Yeah.
That's like a
be
AAA hit. Can we put that on there? Does that count?
It's been a very NBA heavy show. It'll continue to be a very NBA heavy show, but a couple of NFL players talking crazy. We're going to get to that coming up next.
Cattles.
And Ramie.
Sactown Sports. Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Folsom Lake Ford has trucks. The F-150s are here. Explorers, Expeditions, and a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. They're in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford. Shop Folsom Lake Ford, your truck headquarters, right here in Sacramento for your favorite Ford models at good, fair prices. Short on cash? Buy any new Ford with 0 down. Save big with low interest finance rates. Plus, Folsom Lake Ford is paying top dollar for all trades. We want your vehicle regardless of mileage or condition. This could be the best time to buy a new Ford. Check out the huge inventory online at FolsomLakeFord.com or stop by the dealership and see the most recent arrivals. Looking for something special? Give them a call and tell them Doug Christie sent you. Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, your trusted dealer, my trusted dealer for over 30 years. FolsomLakeFord.com.
0 down with approved credit.
Shop the best deals of the summer now at Lowe's. Freshen up your home inside and out with buy one, get one 50% off on select interior and exterior paints and exterior stains via Lowe's gift card rebate. Plus, save big on select patio furniture and accessories with up to 50% off. Lowe's knows July 4th savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 6/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowes.com/rebates for details.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
He might not have a badge, but we have faith in his killer instinct. Celebrate the 10th anniversary of famed detective priest, Father Brown. Stream the new season now, only on BritBox.
That sounds like a marvelous plan.
Plus, watch even more unofficial detectives in much-loved series, including Agatha Christie's Marple, Murder in Provence, and more. Expect intriguing mystery. Expect the Undetectives. Start streaming today at BritBox.com.
At SimpliSafe, we know during a break-in, every second counts. So our home security system is powered by 24/7 professional monitoring agents who use Fast Protect technology, only from SimpliSafe, to capture video evidence and verify a threat for fast police response. Now, install SimpliSafe your way. Do it yourself or have an expert set it up for you with new Pro Install. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
It ignites something inside of you. It's Thunder Valley's $20,000 20th anniversary cash giveaway. 5 winners on Friday and Saturday nights in June. One very lucky guest wins $20,000 guaranteed. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Y'all ready to do it again, Sacramento? Country in the Park 2 is coming to Heart Health Park at Cal Expo Saturday, September 9th with Cole Swindell, Chris Jansen, Dylan Scott, and more. Plus, a mechanical bull, line dancing saloon, and all the food. Tickets start at $40 or grab your Coors Light Y'all Access passes for $125. For more info, visit SactownSports.com. Country in the Park 2, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, E2 Family Winery, and Hyatt Vacation Club.
Did you know that money market accounts offer higher dividends than a traditional savings account, all while still being able to access your money at any time? Hey, Jason Ross here, and I want to tell you to step up your earning power with a Level Up money market savings account at Safe Credit Union. With competitive dividend rates, you can take your savings to the next level. Visit safecu.org/levelup for more information and to open up an account today. Insured by NCUA.
I got my cousin to the heavens. Another night I won't remember. Promise this my move forever.
With you 1 mile at a time during the afternoon drive. Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
That's the show. Jay in the co-host chair today. Simone on the ones and twos and on the updates. Getting you ready for a Friday night with the music. This is some Friday night music right here.
You know it.
Yes, sir. We'll get back to some NBA talk. And actually, one of the coaches of the Kings draft picks last night, Bob Richey, Furman head coach, he'll be joining us at 4 o'clock. But just a couple of quick things from the NFL. Some background on this first story that we want to talk about. So Joe Burrow was asked who's the best quarterback in the NFL. And Joe Burrow deferred, paid some respect to Patrick Mahomes. He said Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. Subsequent interview, Jamar Chase was told what Joe Burrow said, and his response was, Patrick who? Now, Patrick Mahomes responded to that after their ring ceremony with a tweet he put out, and he said, that's who, with 2 ring emojis and a picture of himself holding the 2 rings up by his face. But Travis Kelce apparently felt that was not enough of a clap back and went and had Patrick Mahomes back on his own podcast. This is the New Heights podcast, and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, man. It is what it is, dog. Who doesn't love some good locker room banter, man? Shout out to Jamar Chase for, holding it down for his QB, but don't you ever disrespect Pat Mahomes now. If you want to talk your pimp, just better back it up.
It really is. Now, first, I love, for the starters, I love that the rivalry is heating up, Jay. I for my money, it just makes the games more entertaining when there's little gum flapping and a little chatter and maybe even some actual not so great feelings between 2 football teams. And I have a feeling we're going to be seeing Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes and their supporting casts facing each other in big games, both in the regular season and the postseason, for years to come. And the more sauce you can pour on it, the better for me when talking about this.
Agreed. I'm all for the funk. Anytime it's funk on the Funk Central, I'm with it. I'm like, especially when it comes to sports, right?
Yes.
I'm the one who comes on this air and always say sports hate is real, and it should be we should be allowed to have sports hate. Sports funk, sports beef, same thing, Ramie. I'm with the whole situation. I like a little back and forth, a little jaw jacking and I don't like you, you don't like me in the sports realm, of course, on the field. And I like the fact that Kelsey kicked back, as much as I'm not a Mahomes guy for obvious reasons, right? And not a Kelsey guy for obvious reasons. But I like the fact that he came to his partner's aid, and he's like, look, man, you want to talk some head about a 2-time champ, brother? Stop it.
And it is an absurd statement.
Yeah, it is.
To say Patrick who, you know what I mean?
I know.
Like, if Jamar Chase had his own guys back and said, no, Joe Burrow's the best. I don't know what Joe Burrow's talking about. I think Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the NFL. Like, that would be one thing. But to say Patrick who, that's absurd.
The one thing about it is I think the Bengals feel like they're in the minds of the Kansas City Chiefs because they've beaten them, a few times when it really matters and when it counts. And I think, Jamar Chase is kind of also pumping his own self up too with the comments he's making. It's like, look, they want to portray that they have the Chiefs number, which they don't. I know they've had some victories, but you ain't got no bowls to talk about it, and that's the tough part about it. And you've beat the Chiefs, but you haven't finished the journey as well. The Chiefs have, unfortunately, for obvious reasons. I don't like.
Now, meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers has talked a lot this season. Now, most of that has been football related and not as colorful as what we just heard from Travis Kelce, but we had heard a few months back after his darkness retreat, after he came out of the darkness, that he was going to be speaking at a psychedelics conference. Remember we heard that a while back?
What even is that, first of all?
There was
Did you do some research on what a psychedelic conference is?
It's a conference where people come together and talk about psychedelics in Denver. And Jay,
ayahuasca,
mushrooms, all that stuff. And
aren't mushrooms legal there or decriminalized in Colorado?
Don't know that for a
I
fact.
think so.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that.
It rang some sort of a bell when you just said that, but I don't know that for a fact. Somebody could maybe
we're researching.
Let me know. Yes,
I'm looking that up too.
Yes or no, whether or not that happened. And he said a lot of Aaron Rodgers-y type of stuff. You know what I mean? That you just kind of that you roll your eyes at. I guarantee you, all these bums who want to come after me online about my experience and stuff, they've never tried it. He said they're the perfect people for it. We need to get these people taking it. He also said it's going to be hard to cancel me. He said of his initial ayahuasca experience because previous year, 26 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. We had a good season. Ayahuasca, 46 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, MVP.
It's a thing. That's what he's saying.
He said, prove me wrong.
You think darkness is your ally.
He's saying I was good without ayahuasca. I was great with ayahuasca is basically what Aaron Rodgers is saying right there. And then he says, this is where Aaron Rodgers gets really into the Aaron Rodgers-y stuff. He says, words are so interesting. They have such power in their spells. There's a reason it's called spelling because the way that the letters are put together have such power.
So stupid.
What is he even talking about?
I don't know.
Spelling.
I don't know.
There's a reason it's called spelling because the way the letters are put together have such power.
That's terrible.
I mean, he was at a psychedelic conference, so I'm pretty
sampling
sure
the product.
Yeah, he was
allegedly.
sampling the product. Allegedly.
Minds were blown in that room. They're like, "Whoa! Oh, I never thought about it like that." What? Of course. Spells, spelling, powers. Oh man. What? You kidding me, bro? Never. What? But he did say one thing that I thought kind of
Wait, I've been around them people too many times. Oh man! Speaking from experience, there, Ramie.
That's a good one.
He did say one thing that I thought kind of made sense. He said, "Isn't it ironic that the things that actually expand your mind are illegal, and the things that dumb you down have been legal for centuries. And then he said, we've got to change that. We've got to change that. It's awareness through education. Awareness through education. That he has a point about like, man, how we pick and choose what we're gonna.
I'm lost, man. I'm absolutely lost here, Ramie. I guess the only thing I can bring.
You're lost in my spell, Jay.
The only thing I can bring to the table is now legal in Colorado for people 21 and older to possess, share, and use "quote unquote" magic mushrooms from Proposition 122.
All right,
passed this year, earlier this year.
So I mean, do your thing in Colorado, I guess. The spelling thing, man, that's great.
What did they do at the conference, Robbie?
What, bro? No way, dude.
All right.
Mine's just blowing up in that room.
Aaron Rodgers is preaching, dude. Oh my God. What's the last time you heard Aaron come this strong, man? Bro.
That's brilliant, dude.
Best $300 I spent all year, bro.
Oh, you're loco.
I'm so glad I came to this conference, dude. This conference rocks, bro. All right, we got to compose ourselves. All right, very distinguished gentleman is joining us next. Bob Richey, Furman head coach. He's our guest. Cattles and Robbie right after this.
Cattles
and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports is your source for the 49ers.
Oh, it was all. It was all.
Did that leave a bitter taste in your mouth?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Me and Cal had a long meeting the other day. We watched tape. We talked about it. We put it behind us. And just going through the tape and just look how sluggish and like how bad it looked on tape. Like I said, just reflecting on last offseason, it kind of played a big role in that. I'll never put nothing like that back on tape again.
Tune into Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com for the latest 49ers offseason developments.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Summertime is a great time to get your home evaluated for solar, and while you're at it, make sure your roof is in good shape for all seasons. Hey, Jason Ross here to tell you about ACR Solar and Home Services. Go to acrsolar.com to find out all the different things that they can provide for you. And while we're all watching utility costs go up, along with everything else, why not make the most of the sunshine beating down on your roof? Harness that solar power and cut those rising utility bills while at the same time improving the value of your home. ACR Solar and Home Services makes it easy with a simple evaluation that'll show you just what it would take to get your home generating savings that help your bottom line and help protect the environment. So start now, and while you're there, ACR Solar and Home Services can make sure your roof is in prime condition. So just go to acrsolar.com and start your savings today. ACR Solar and Home Services, quality, value, and integrity since 1979.
At Lowe's, we're always bringing pros more ways to save. Right now, save $100 when you buy the Flex 24-volt brushless impact driver kit for just $99. That's 50% off the original price. Plus, you'll also find Southwire Romex Simpol 250-foot wire for just $109. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid through 7/20 while supplies last.
There's a right way and a wrong way to fight off mosquitoes. Karate chopping the air, in a public place, in front of your kids and their friends, Mom, is the wrong way. Using Stem mosquito repellent is the right way. Stem effectively repels mosquitoes by harnessing active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and peppermint, making it safe for use as directed around people and pets. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science, and embarrassment-free.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network. Well, coming up in August, the A's will induct the next class into the A's Hall of Fame. It'll be before the A's play the Giants on Sunday, August 6th. And what a group. Jason Giambi, World Series champions Carney Lansford and Gene Tennis, 5-time All-Star and former Philadelphia Athletic Bob Johnson, and the great voice of God, Roy Steele. The induction ceremony, the A's and the Giants on August 6th. Ken Korak here, introducing you to the Xfinity 10G network. Xfinity is undergoing a multi-year network evolution, giving you a powerful connection today while building toward a faster, more reliable tomorrow. The Xfinity 10G network gives you the fastest internet with even faster speeds rolling out all the time. You also get a consistent and reliable connection when everyone's online, even during peak hours. That's a home run. If you want to learn more, go online at xfinity.com/10G.
Hey, Scott, you look great. Yeah, I'm feeling good and have a new job. No, there's something different about the way you look. To be honest, a few months ago, I had an amazing robotic hair transplant procedure at XL Medicine. It's called the Artist Procedure. No way. Your hair looks completely natural, and you don't even have a scar. How did they do that? Dude, the Artist system is amazing. I have this fantastic hairline, and I'm happy with my results. XL Medicine could probably help you too, buddy.
Using the Artist Procedure, Dr. Singh and Dr. Graywall can target and harvest healthy hair follicles with micron-level accuracy from the back of your head and transplant them where you need it. The procedure is painless, and you'll be back doing your regular activities in a couple of days. Ask Dr. Singh and Dr. Graywall at XL Medicine about the Artist Procedure. Call today, 916-932-4470. That's 932-4470 for a complimentary in-person or Zoom consultation. Or on the web at xlmedicine.com. That's EXCEL medicine.com. See what the Artist Procedure can do for you.
These are actors and not real patients. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
I'm Simone with your Sactown Sports headlines. Last night during the 2023 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings switched things up with their 24th pick.
Sacramento is trading center Rashawn Holmes and the 24th pick to Dallas.
With the trade of Rashawn Holmes, the Kings have nearly $45 million available, with $31 million in cap space and access to the full $12.5 million mid-level exception. Sacramento also traded up to pick 34th to select Xavier guard Colby Jones and selected Furman's Jalen Slauson with the 54th pick.
Look at this coleslaw. Looks like Christmas.
For a comprehensive breakdown of the draft fireworks from last night, head to SactownSports.com. I'm Simone. Those are your Sactown Sports headlines. Happy Friday and welcome into Cattles and Ramie with Jay Johnson.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and more.
This is Cattles and Ramie
on Sactown Sports.
That is the show into hour number 3 of that program here on Sactown Sports. Cattle's out, Jay in. I'm the Ramie half, Simone on the other side of the glass. Doing it all with an assist from Kyle on his birthday. We'll get into the snack exchange later this hour, which will become quickly one of my favorite segments on the show, 4:45. But joining us now on the Folsom Lake Honda hotline, very, very proud man today, I'm sure. He was the head coach of the Kings second-round pick, Jalen Slauson, for 5 years over at Furman. Pleasure to welcome in Bob Richey. Coach, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing good. Appreciate you having me on.
How happy are you? How proud are you when one of your guys gets that call and lives out that dream that so many kids have to play in the NBA?
Well, it was definitely a proud moment. And, I got to be down there with him and his family and a lot of our players as well. First draft pick for Furman since 1984. And, just to see what he's been able to do in his career and really the progression of his development from going from a guy that freshman year was 19 points and 31 fouls and to see how he, just developed and stayed the course and, to leave here a champion for the first time since 1980 and then to go out and get drafted last night. It was an individual moment for him, and it was also a great moment for our program.
Coach, Jalen won Conference Defensive Player of the Year. To me, that means he can really get after it on that side of the ball. The Kings here have a great perimeter defender in Davion Mitchell. What impresses you defensively for Jalen, sir?
Well, I'll tell you this. He's, and this is going to sound like a stretch when I tell you this, but he's one of the best shot blockers I've ever seen in terms of just pure timing. And what you'll see is a guy, the ability to chase down a block in transition to time things up at the rim. He's got incredible just timing. And, he was Defensive Player of the Year last year, and then he was Player of the Year in the whole league this year. But, he really brought his offense along and really, shot almost 40% from three. But he's got the ability to switch, which I think right now in the NBA, you have to be able to do that 1 through 4. And, he's just got great combination of size, anticipation, and the ability to make plays at the rim.
Like you said, he can switch 1 through 4 and really cover anybody at any one of those positions. Where do you think is his best position? I know the sport is becoming more and more positionless, and it's about what you can do on the court more than necessarily the position next to your name. Where do you think he fits in best or is most comfortable?
I think what he's going to end up developing into is more, as a fan trying to get an expectation. I think he's going to be kind of a Draymond prototype, of somebody that can really play both of those, the 4 or the 5, whatever you want to call it. Eventually even be able to, if he needs to play some 3, which right now the 3 and the 4 are very similar, but he's got the ability to make decisions. And so his ability to dribble at, his ability to make plays with the ball in his hand and really get it and make the right decisions with it is really unique. He's almost like a big that's a guard, in terms of his decision making. And that's how we used him a lot. We played him at the 5 last year a lot, but then this year we basically made him a 4-man the whole time. But like his ability to get the ball to the second side, his ability to really find action, and where the game is right now, that's becoming a very a hot commodity to find a guy that's a quote unquote forward, but that can really quarterback an offense with the ball in his hands. That's become
here with Coach Bob Richey, the head coach of Furman basketball. Coach, I can only imagine the type of campaigning you have to do weekly, probably even daily when it comes to pushing the narrative of Furman basketball. Rather that be with the recruit, how good your team is nationally and media pundits. I can only imagine, but I want you to put your best campaign manager hat on for me. Tell us why, and people here in Sacramento, why Jalen Swanson really is a pro ball player and why he belongs on this roster at the start of the season.
Well, I think, again, like we talked about earlier, just his development is shown, his path. And he's an elite athlete. He can do everything on the basketball court that he needs to do. He's a 39% three-point shooter this year. If you look at his ratio of blocks and steals per possession, it's really almost an outlier. And, he can dribble, he can pass it, he can shoot it, he can defend it. Here's what I'll tell you. He's only going to keep getting better. And that's what excites me the most about that situation. Any situation, I kept telling every NBA team I talked to, somebody's going to look like a genius in 2 or 3 years because there are some people that question the shot. Can he be consistent out there? He's going to work really, really hard. He's going to adapt. He's going to get used to it. And I think because of looking at the trend line of where his progression is, I don't think he's done getting better. And I think that's got to be the exciting thing. And I think he's somebody in 2 or 3 years, everybody's going to be looking back and saying, man, they really got him 54th. I think it's going to turn out to be a great pick.
Coach, you mentioned the 39% 3-point shooting, and that's one thing that jumped off the page when I was going back through his numbers at Furman. And the thing, it's not just the 39%. It's that the previous year he shot 30% from three. What was it? Did he change something, or was that just, as you said, he's a relentless worker? Was it just getting in the gym and getting up reps, or was there something he changed about his shot that we see almost a 10% jump in his three-point percentage?
Most of it was just, there was a few adjustments that we made to his base. It wasn't anything, outrageous. We really spent some time just to get it off quicker and really just to get off the floor faster. But, we just knew, he put his name in the draft and got a few workouts last year. And that was the number one part of the feedback, was he's just going to have to show that he can make perimeter shots. And so we just really focused on making sure, at our level for him, he could do so much around the basket and the post that, a lot of his individual workouts earlier in his career, that's what it kind of, fed off of. But, he's always been able to stick a three, but we wanted to be more consistent. So we just really started, obviously he made a big commitment on his own, but also in terms of how we were repping him, we just made sure he got a lot more volume.
Coach, a lot of esteemed gentlemen like yourself, coaches, even in a win, they find things that we can all improve on and get better. Do that for me when it comes to Jalen. I think you've kind of talked about the shot, but where are some areas you think he can get better?
Yeah, I think looking at it, his biggest adjustment is going to be, I think defensively he's going to be more than fine. I think the way he's going to have to score it in the league is going to be different than how he had to score it for us. And, I think for him, just as he continues, like we talked about the shot, just getting comfortable with the extension of the line and, getting it off a little bit quicker and allowing himself to understand that he's got to play off that shot a little bit more, where at this level he could play off that drive first, shot second. But I think also just driving in straight lines and being able to be aggressive at the rim against bigger people and stronger people, I think those are going to be things that he's going to continue to adjust to. But he's a sponge. I mean, he really picks up concepts really quickly. He likes challenges, and I really do. I think his character is going to be something that just really sticks out, and his ability to work. I think everybody's going to be really happy with it.
Last year in Sacramento, we got a rookie who the city fell in love with because of his what these days is a unique personality in Keegan Murray, where whether it's good or bad, it's almost the same facial expression. It was almost a joke, like, oh, I see his smile. What kind of personality are Kings fans going to see with the Jalen Slawson when he gets up here with this team?
You're going to get a little fire. He's competitive, which is how we like him here. But, definitely plays the game with emotion, and, somebody that plays the game with a lot of passion. And, it's something that he's definitely continued to make sure he channels in the right direction. But, you go back and watch our Virginia win in the NCAA tournament. He's a guy that he gets the crowd into it, and he makes highlight plays, and, he makes those energy plays, and he really feeds off of it. And, man, he does some exciting stuff on that court. And it's going to be something where, especially in the NBA, even some of the rules that make the floor bigger and the spacing is obviously even more, widened out than it is in the college game. I think it's going to be something where the fans really, really get behind his style of play and really the personality he brings on the court.
That's Bob Richey, Furman head coach, and the head coach of Kings' second-round pick, Jalen Lawson, for the last 5 years. And Bob has been our guest for the last few minutes. Really appreciate the time and the insight, Coach. Thanks again.
Sounds good. Y'all have a great day. Appreciate you having me on.
And there's Bob Richey joining us on the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Love it.
Love what I heard.
Come on now.
Now he's biased.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Coach is supposed to be that.
To point that out.
That's
but
right.
I didn't know much about Jalen Slawson before the pick last night, but as I did my digging, Jay, the more and more I read and heard about this kid, the more I liked about him.
Yeah, one thing about it is when you see a prospect come from, not a Power 5, not a big school, kind of that mid-major, so to say, with Furman. Furman made the tournament last year for the first time since 1980, as you heard Coach say during that interview. But their leader was Jalen. Their leader was a person that it sounds like can be a leader, right? Someone that I'll take that and put that on my back. I'll also play like a leader. I'll operate as a leader, and I'm just going to exemplify leadership. And that's kind of what I got from Coach. And the fact of it is he checks a lot of boxes. He's kind of one of those guys, Swiss Army knife. Maybe not everything, maybe not one or two things great, but everything good, and has an opportunity to, push maybe the shooting up to being great, or to be an elite defender, a great all NBA type guy when it comes to the defense. And you know what? Those type of people, Pat Bev, we see with Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart's a little more all around, but guys who have a specialty, they sit around for the next 10, 12 years. And if defense is your calling, what people love here to Davion Mitchell, then I'm all for it, man.
And I like they said he has a little fire. I think the Kings need a little fire on this.
A lot of fire.
I don't mind the chill, laid back dudes that keep their cool and calm in every situation. You got to have some of those too, but you got to have some of those guys that are the spark plugs and who both feed off energy and feed energy to the people around them. So if he can make the roster, I think that's a personality type that they do need to play a role on this team. Right after this, we've been talking about a lot of love on the 4-letter network for these Kings. All of a sudden that continued on draft night. We'll hear some of that next.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
Get all the latest 49ers news heading into the 2023 season on Sactown Sports.
I think Brock was smart, and we kind of facilitated that he met with a bunch of different surgeons. The hope is he's ready for the regular season. We'll take it as it comes, as we're doing. He's working incredibly hard, and the early returns are really good.
Sactown Sports, Sacramento's official home for 49ers football.
Hey, what's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. It's Jeep season. I keep hearing about the new Jeep Wrangler 4xe. Chad, do you have any deals this month?
Right now, you can lease a new 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 4xe for only $379 a month for 36 months with $49.95 due at signing. That's a savings of up to $13,500, or you can save up to $92.50 off MSRP, plus get $37.50 in federal tax credits for a total savings of over $13,000.
Whether I lease or buy the new 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 4xe, I can save up to $13,000 or more?
Yeah, and now the only decision is which one you want, because we have a great selection of Wrangler 4xes with over 50 available.
Find your perfect vehicle now when you search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com.
$13,500 in total net savings after $11,000 factory rebates and $2,500 dealer discount. Rebates include $7,500 federal tax credit, $3,000 carb rebate, and $500 California bonus cash. Must be California resident qualify. 36-month lease term, $49.95 cash due at signing, plus tax, license, and accessories on approved credit through Chrysler Capital. 25 cents per mile charge of over 10,000 miles per year. $92.50 total net savings after $57.50 factory rebates and $4,000 dealer discount, plus optional $37.50 tax credit may apply for buyers who meet current federal tax standards only. Subject to change. See your CPA for qualifications. For California residents only, 5H net savings. See dealer for details.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and more.
This is Cattles and Ramie
on Sactown Sports.
That's the show. I'm the Ramie half of that. Cattles will be back on Monday. Jay in the co-host chair today. Simone on the other side of the glass. Doing it all. Doing the updates on the ones and twos.
Right.
And doing a great job with it. Earning her Friday night.
That's
Thank
right.
you. That's what she's doing.
I'm talking about. You got something tied down for the night, or are you just chilling, getting off the feet?
No, I'm getting off the feet.
Okay.
There you go.
Crack open a cold one.
There you go. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do too. Order some pizza maybe.
I've been having a lot of pizza this week. I don't know what's for dinner. Ugh.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a lot of pizza. I had pizza last night.
Yeah, I had pizza last night too.
Yeah,
and I had pizza on Tuesday. Wow. Big Zaw week.
Nothing wrong with that at all. It was, of course, NBA draft night last night, and it seems that the overwhelming response has been positive to what the Kings did, both the two draft picks of Colby Jones and Jalen Slauson, but I think more than that, Kings fans excited about the fact that you freed up all that cap space with the trade of Rashawn Holmes and the number 24 pick. Well, early in the night, Scoot Henderson was drafted, and he was talking on the show about what he wants to get out of his NBA career and the type of competition that he looks forward to facing.
I don't really think so. Okay. I want to play all the guys. I want to play Dame. I want to play here at Fox. I want to play against Steph Curry. Like, I want to get all that bump. I want to get in there. I'm trying to get in there.
Okay. He said De'Aaron Fox first.
Man.
They asked him, is there one superstar that you look forward to facing? And he was like, man, I want I want all the smoke. I want everybody. I want all the smoke. Give me De'Aaron Fox, and then follow that up with Steph Curry. Like,
well, he practiced with Steph Curry though, so I think that's kind of like,
okay.
All
right.
We've practiced a few times.
Yeah.
G League Ignite was in Walnut Creek. They were all tied together. So I want to say he's chummy with Steph, but he's got some familiarity with Steph.
But like these kids are hoop heads. You know what I mean?
Definitely Scoop.
It's what they do.
Yeah.
Like not just when they're playing, but they go home and they watch the NBA or
Absolutely.
They watch the college game or whatever. And that tells me, Jay, now Scoop isn't the be all end all. He's not every college kid, but that tells me that like
he's not even a college kid.
De'Aaron, college age kid, I guess I should say. But De'Aaron Fox made an impression on these youngsters last year in terms of who he is in this league and what he can do. For him to be the first name to come out of Scoot's mouth, followed up by Steph Curry when talking about the greats in this league that he wants to face, that's a solid compliment, man. That's a really, really solid compliment.
I agree with you. One thing that I think De'Aaron presents for Scoop is he's kind of got a like a superhero. He's kind of got that specialty. De'Aaron is known for being quick, super fast, up and down the court. Scoot kind of has that a little bit as well, right? And so I think that's one of those special powers that Scoot is kind of looking to challenge himself, which is why I love Scoot. I think Scoot is one of them cats. He's not going to back down. I don't care. Steph Curry, De'Aaron, kind of what we said. And just his whole bravado, man. Like when you look at Scoot, he's one of them cats that's so confident in what he does best, which is probably play basketball to him. When it comes to his profession, I dig that, brother. I really like that, man. I like a cat who knows what he's doing and feels like he knows what he's doing. And to me, that kind of exemplifies excellence. Now you can pump fake it, kind of like we was talking about with Zuckerberg talking about drop the pen when it comes to fighting Elon Musk. But I think he's shown it, so we know he has it, right? So I think that's kind of one of those things where he's like, man, bring on the best. I'm ready to go.
Just to pull off that suit he was wearing last night.
Absolutely.
Takes a certain amount of gusto.
And the bottom grill.
You know what I mean? The whole thing. I don't know what had more diamonds on it. That giant chain he was wearing, or the suit that he was wearing. Or the bottom grill that he was wearing. Like it was
that boy was icy.
Needed sunglasses to look at Scoot.
Stunning glasses at night, I'm telling you.
But so then the following day, of course, it's the day after the draft. We got to restack them, right? We need new power rankings. And so Kendrick Perkins took to first. Was this First Take or Get Up? This is Get Up. Kendrick Perkins and his post-draft NBA power rankings.
The Sacramento Kings, yes, we slept on them last year. I would not do it again this season. De'Aaron Fox is a rising young superstar in this game. Was the most clutch player in a crunch time. Sabonis, his numbers was ridiculous. He's going to continue to get better. Keegan Murray, first good rookie season, he's going to get better. Mike Brown has the culture. Greeny, help me out.
He's got him number 3, Jay. Yeah. Number 3, and you heard all the reasons why.
And, I saw that he was on, was that This Just In or whatever, Max Kellerman host. I can't remember the name of it. And Kellerman put up his 5, and he had the Kings. He didn't have the Kings in it. And Kendrick was like, man, look, I'm going to take one team out. I can't remember the team he took out, and he was like, I'm going to replace him with the Sacramento Kings.
Top 5.
He's pushing them.
Top 5. Especially, we talked yesterday, Jay, about the changing landscape of the NBA, and specifically the Western Conference with some of the trades that have gone down of late. And, I mean, I'm all for the Kings' love. You know what I mean? They've taken enough of a beating and took enough hits. But number 3 in your NBA, not Western Conference, in your NBA power rankings, what is Kendrick smoking?
Sacramento Kings steady rising and rising and rising.
Might have been at that psychedelic conference is what you're telling me with Aaron Rodgers. Is that what you're saying? I'll say this. Big Perk, he's been on the Kings bandwagon for a while. And we've seen that, the last third of the season last year, Perk was all about the Kings. He kept saying, watch De'Aaron Fox, love Domantas Sabonis, love what Mike Brown and the fellas are doing out there in Sacramento. He was really pushing what the Sacramento Kings were, delivering as far as throughout the season. What's so interesting, Ramie, is it's kind of one of those things where it's almost unfathomable. Like, you're like,
Where you turn on your TV and you see these shows talking about the Kings, top 3, top 5.
Sacramento.
Right. Where it's like, and so it's difficult to kind of wrap your head around it in the beginning. But when you really sit down and think about it, and this is something that me and Jason Ross talked about, and this is kind of one of our topics that we had on our notes for a while, the stability of the Sacramento Kings is top flight right now between Mike Brown, Monty McNair, De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Keegan Murray, Malik Monk, Davion Mitchell. You got coaches like Jordy Fernandez, Doug Christie. We see a bunch of a couple assistants making moves. I mean, they have a lot of stability over there. I went even as far as to say they have one of the best arenas out here, the atmosphere, the fan base, the gimmick of the beam. I mean, the Kings have a lot of stable things going on for themselves. And look, talking head shows. We know what rocks, right? They got to put something in there for someone to kick. I can't believe you said the Sacramento Kings and they've been bad for the last 15 years and all this other stuff. But yeah, tides change too, bro.
And Jay, when you look at the rest of the teams that have cap space, this was from friend of the show, Keith Smith.
Friend of the show. We got a lot of friend of the shows, man.
The Rockets have almost $61 million in cap space. Jazz 42, Spurs 38, and then there are the Kings at 35.6. But then behind them, the Pacers 32, Pistons 30 million, Magic 23 million. You know what sticks out to me there about the Kings? They're among a bunch of bad teams.
That's right.
Those teams have cap space, yes, but they're adding to garbage. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When you look at the Kings, there are no other teams that have as many knowns, like with all the stuff that you were just talking about, from Monty to Brown to the roster and everything else.
Don't forget the beam.
They're to the beam. There aren't I can't think of another team that has as many knowns,
commodities,
and that much money to work with.
I love it.
After what they did yesterday. So if that's what Perk is saying, like what they could be, that might not be too crazy.
A lot of options, brother.
That might not be too crazy.
A lot of options.
Jay has a conspiracy theory about what the Kings did in last night's draft. Is that crazy? We'll discuss next.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third to score is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRE3 weather center. Skies will stay mainly clear tonight. A delta breeze will cool us into the mid-50s by morning. A nice day tomorrow. Sunshine, a few clouds with highs in the low 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRE3 News and the KCRE3 app.
This 4th of July, it's all about selection and convenience. With 17 award-winning dealers, 20 brands, and thousands of vehicles, the Roseville Auto Mall has Northern California's largest selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. The Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best.
It's almost the 4th of July, and you know what that means. One of the biggest grilling parties you can throw all year. Nick Cattle suggesting you celebrate your 4th of July the right way with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers from Green Acres Nursery and Supply. Our Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned us into pros. Napoleon grills are all made with premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Go to Napoleon.com for your nearby Napoleon Grills dealer. Napoleon Grills, now is the time for the best selection of grills and fine accessories. Get ready for the 4th of July.
Prestige line comes with a lifetime warranty. Y'all ready to do it again, Sacramento? Country in the Park 2 is coming to Heart Health Park at Cal Expo Saturday, September 9th. With Cole Swindell, Chris Jansen, Dylan Scott, and more. Plus, a mechanical pool, line dancing saloon, and all the food. Tickets start at $40 or grab your Coors Light Y'all Access passes for $125. For more info, visit SactownSports.com. Country in the Park 2, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, E2 Family Winery, and Hyatt Vacation Club.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
At Lowe's, we're always bringing pros more ways to save. Right now, save $100 when you buy the Flex 24-volt brushless impact driver kit for just $99. That's 50% off the original price. Plus, you'll also find Southwire Romex Simpul 250-foot wire for just $109. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid through 7/20 while supplies last.
There's a right way and a wrong way to fight off mosquitoes. Karate chopping the air, in a public place, in front of your kids and their friends, Mom, is the wrong way. Using Stem mosquito repellent is the right way. Stem effectively repels mosquitoes by harnessing active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and peppermint, making it safe for use as directed around people and pets. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science, and embarrassment-free.
Folsom Lake Ford has trucks. The F-150s are here. Explorers, Expeditions, and a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. They're in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford. Shop Folsom Lake Ford, your truck headquarters, right here in Sacramento for your favorite Ford models at good, fair prices. Short on cash? Buy any new Ford with zero down. Save big with low interest finance rates. Plus, Folsom Lake Ford is paying top dollar for all trades. We want your vehicle regardless of mileage or condition. This could be the best time to buy a new Ford. Check out the huge inventory online at FolsomLakeFord.com or stop by the dealership and see the most recent arrivals. Looking for something special? Give them a call and tell them Doug Christie sent you. Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, your trusted dealer, my trusted dealer for over 30 years. FolsomLakeFord.com. 0
down with approved credit.
Hey guys, did you know June is Men's Health Month? Prioritize your health and address those issues you've been ignoring. Revive Men's Health Sacramento has guaranteed low T and ED solutions. Book your free exam and T-check today and save $199. And find out how you can get a free 1-month supply of custom ED medication. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. I'm Simone with your Sactown Sports headlines. Last night during the 2023 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings switched things up with their 24th pick.
Sacramento is trading center Rashawn Holmes and the 24th pick to Dallas.
With the trade of Rashawn Holmes, the Kings have nearly $45 million available with $31 million in cap space and access to the full $12.5 million mid-level exception. Sacramento also traded up to pick 34th to select Xavier guard Colby Jones and selected Furman's Jalen Slauson with the 54th pick.
Look at the coleslaw. Looks like Christmas.
For a comprehensive breakdown of the draft fireworks from last night, head to SactownSports.com. I'm Simone. Those are your Sactown Sports headlines. Happy Friday and welcome into Cattles and Ramie with Jay Johnson.
One brings Makloff magic, while the other, we're still trying to figure that out.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
This isn't more Nickelback, is it, Simone? What do we got here?
No.
It's
called Brand New.
Okay, what is it?
It's called Brand New.
That's the name of the band or
Yes.
the song? Okay.
Sowing Season is the name of the song.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Never heard.
You could have gave me a million guesses.
I'll get some more Nickelback on here. Don't worry.
I wouldn't have. Please close to that.
Please do. NBA draft, of course, was last night. By the way, Snack Exchange coming up at 4:45.
Love it.
And I'm both embarrassed and excited. That's coming up at 4:45. But Jay, the NBA draft last night, you have a theory as to why the Kings went the way that the Kings went, that maybe it wasn't exactly plan A?
Yeah, I'm looking at you, Portland Trailblazers, and we're not talking about Damian Lillard. They took the brother of Keegan Murray, one pick right in front of the Sacramento Kings, right? 23.
I know there were a lot of disappointed Kings fans.
It had to be.
Right?
It had to be. It had to be. And it was right there for the taking. I kept, looking at a few people on Twitter, and they kept throwing out names of the.
Oh, it's happening.
Yes, exactly.
It's happening.
Exactly. It's coming. It's getting ready to come to fruition. So that got me to thinking, because soon as Khris was picked, of course, the next thing that happened is what? The Kings made a trade. Traded out of the 24th pick, traded all the way out of the first round, got rid of Rashawn Holmes, for the bag. They went and got the bag. So it got me to thinking, Ramie, did Monty and the Kings wait until Khris Murray was traded? Was picked before they made the trade? Was Khris Murray their target?
So you think they wanted Khris Murray?
I think they wanted Khris Murray.
And
I agree.
Plan A went off the board.
Then it's like,
A
what?
Let's go get
Just
this
a
money.
We already had
plan,
B
yep.
there,
Yeah.
and they probably already had the conversation, and with Dallas, and said, look, if our guy is gone, we'll execute the trade that we're talking about. I think so.
It's not crazy. It's not at all out of the realm of possibility, but I got to think that they were looking to free up. They knew they were going to have to trade Rashawn Holmes to open up any type of usable money under their cap space.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they knew nobody was going to take Rashawn Holmes off their hands without packaging with something that was appealing, like a first-round pick. So to me, that feels like a sensible plan, and like something that makes sense for where this team, like we were talking about yesterday, Jay, for where this team is right now. That money, I think, is more useful to them than Khris Murray or any other draft prospect might be. You know what I mean? Like, Khris Murray is a good prospect, but rookies are rookies.
But I hear what you're saying, Ramie. What I'm saying is, I think that was a plan, but I think that was plan B. I think Khris Murray was plan A.
If that is the case, and I know a lot of Kings fans wanted Khris Murray badly, and they're not going to like what I'm about to say, but if that was the case, I'm glad. I'm glad
Say it worked out better.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked out the way that it worked out, and they were forced into Plan B. If that is indeed what happened, I am, man. I'm glad because of what we talked about yesterday. Even though Khris Murray is just like his brother, played 4 years at Iowa, so more NBA ready, more seasoned, and can come in here and contribute and play a role on this team right away. Or at least a lot of people think that's the case. I wanted them to either trade that piece for an NBA guy, like a guy, and the guy would come over and help them, or to trade that piece as they did, packaged with Rashawn Holmes, to free up the cap space so you can use that money to go and get an NBA player who's going to come in and play a role and help you win games now, to a degree that no rookie, especially no rookie that you're going to get at 24, really could. You know what I mean? Would you have rather had Khris Murray than doing what they did?
The way it played out, and I hope Khris Murray goes on to have a fantastic, excellent career, all-star level, whatever you want. I hope he reaches the peaks that whatever his goal is, he reaches it. I wish the best for that young fella, for that young man. But the way it played out, for me, I think it worked out perfectly for the Sacramento Kings. Again, leaning on the word I've said today, Sesame Street style. Like, I think it allotted a lot of more options for the Sacramento Kings. And even if it was option B, sometimes, as we've known, as much as we want that one thing, like I said earlier, sometimes it's not what we want, it's what we need.
Yeah.
And it might have almost played out to the perfect, like the needs of what the Sacramento Kings are going to need to have over the next year or two. And the cap space is just, man, it's fantastic. It's big money left on the table, brother.
Like the old saying goes, sometimes the best deals are the ones you don't make.
Very true.
You know what I mean? So and sometimes when things go wrong, when what's the word? One door closes, another one opens, or one window closes, whatever it is.
Windows,
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I thought they were gonna do there, Jay, and I'm remiss in not remembering our guest name yesterday. Do you remember our NBA guest yesterday?
Matt Babcock of SI.
His guy and couple other guys that I saw, Omax was there on the board and actually ended up being the player that the Dallas Mavericks selected with the pick they got from the Kings. I thought that's where this thing was going as the board was falling, and especially once I saw Kris Murray go off to the Blazers in the pick before them, I was like, oh, here it comes. All these mock drafts were right, and they were in a sense in terms of the spot that Omax was going to go in, but not necessarily the team that he was going to go to. I thought he would have been, again, like Kris Murray, good piece, and a guy who seems pretty NBA ready, two-way player. He'll play some defense for you. He can hit some threes. I thought, but even with that being said, same thing as I said about Kris Murray. Give me the proven commodity,
no doubt,
over either one of those guys, over Omax or Kris Murray. So Jay,
I just think it was going to happen. There was no possible, Ramie. There's no possible way you're walking by Keegan, and you're Monty McNair or Wes Wilcox, assistant general manager, and Kris Murray was on the board, and you make the trade, and you're like, what's up? if you're Keegan, I'm making the text message to Monty. I know you guys did not just not draft my brother. There's no way, right? No way did it happen.
Oh, Kings Nation would have lost their mind too. Twitter would have been ablaze if they had a shot at Kris Murray and just traded, passed up on him. That would have been something to behold. I would have enjoyed Twitter last night.
It's going on tonight for sure.
Guaranteed. For sure it is. You know what else is going on? The snack exchange. It's happening next. We open it up on Cattles and Ramie.
Cattles
and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. The King season might be over, but Sactown sports coverage never stops.
It's probably one of the best starting points I could have had, starting in the NBA, Sacramento.
Stay tuned all off-season to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRE3 weather. Center skies will stay mainly clear tonight. A Delta breeze will cool us into the mid-50s by morning. A nice day tomorrow. Sunshine, a few clouds with highs in the low 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRE3 News and the KCRE3 app.
This 4th of July, it's all about selection and convenience. With 17 award-winning dealers, 20 brands, and thousands of vehicles, the Roseville Auto Mall has Northern California's largest selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. The Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
It's Thunder Valley's $20,000 20th anniversary cash giveaway. 5 winners on Friday and Saturday nights in June. One very lucky guest wins $20,000 guaranteed. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
Summer's here and the deals are heating up at Fasteners Tool Outlet. You'll find scorching deals this Saturday on Makita Tools. Get 2 free batteries with the purchase of a circular saw kit and get $50 off any 40-volt tool kit. Fasteners Tool Outlet is turning up the heat on Makita summer savings this Saturday. Buy a 2-piece combo kit and get 2 extra free batteries. Come in to Fasteners Tool Outlet this week, 6701 Power Inn Road, or on the web at fastenersinc.net.
Hey, Scott, you look great. Yeah, I'm feeling good and have a new job. No, there's something different about the way you look. To be honest, a few months ago, I had an amazing robotic hair transplant procedure at XL Medicine. It's called the artist procedure. No way. Your hair looks completely natural, and you don't even have a scar. How did they do that? Dude, the artist system is amazing. I have this fantastic hairline, and I'm happy with my results. XL Medicine could probably help you too, buddy.
Using the artist procedure, Dr. Singh and Dr. Graywall can target and harvest healthy hair follicles with micron-level accuracy from the back of your head and transplant them where you need it. The procedure is painless, and you'll be back doing your regular activities in a couple of days. Ask Dr. Singh and Dr. Graywall at XL Medicine about the artist procedure. Call today, 916-932-4470. That's 932-4470 for a complimentary in-person or Zoom consultation. Or on the web at xlmedicine.com. That's EXCEL medicine.com. See what the artist procedure can do for you.
These are doctors and not real patients.
Greetings from M&S Auto on El Camino, just off the Cap City Freeway. And a big thanks to our repeat customers for letting us be your favorite car dealer. Repeat customers make us proud. M&S customers know that they're going to find the car, 4x4, or SUV they want. They'll get treated like family and save thousands. Whether you're a repeat customer or a first-time buyer, welcome. M&S Auto, the intelligent car buying experience. MSAutogroup.com.
Pain is not normal. Repeat, pain is not normal. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here with the Good Feet store. Does this sound familiar? It's the end of the workday, and the pain in your feet, knees, hips, or back is unrelenting. Good Feet understands that you've likely already tried assorted remedies and solutions with no relief. And now you're pretty much resigned to living with the pain. But do not give in to the pain. Instead, come to the Good Feet store for their end-to-end 3-step arch support system. Good Feet is the nation's largest manufacturer and retailer of personalized arch supports. With arch supports in over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities, and an arch support specialist in each store. Come in today for a free no-obligation arch support fitting, then take them for a test walk around the store or around the center. Experience the comfort, balance, and support possible with the Good Feet system. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now in Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
With you 1 mile at a time during the afternoon drive. Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports.
That is the show. I'm Ramie, Jay in for Cattles today. Simone on the other side of the glass. It is 4:46, which means it's time to check out Capital Casino, conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. It also means it's Friday. It's time to open up the snack exchange on the Cattles Ramie show. That's what that bell means.
I'm talking about bang that bill.
I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed.
Again?
As we sit here today.
Come on, Ramie.
Look, it's not
two times in a month or something like that.
It's not just that I did not bring any, I don't have any snacks here in the studio. I have no snacks. Like, there's not, my fridge is empty, my pantry, my cupboards are empty. We were out of town and then came back and we were both sick. I haven't been to this grocery store in 2 weeks. My house is it's dirty because we haven't had time or energy to clean since we came back. There's no food in the fridge. It's a sad.
What are you guys eating over here?
It's a sad situation, right?
Saltines?
It was soup for 2 days.
Oh, and then he said pizza.
And then we ordered pizza last night.
You went greasy.
That's it.
Attaboy. Where'd you get the pizza from?
Pyology.
Oh, okay, y'all got the personals.
Yeah, we got little personal pizzas. I got meatballs, roasted red peppers, and onions.
What's Biology over there by you? Off of Broadway?
On 15th, and I want to say that's K Street, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere down there. I don't know.
Okay.
It's on 15th Street.
Walkable.
No, 16th Street.
16th, yeah, because it goes northbound. Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
16th Street, and I want to say K Street, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, very walkable. Yes, sir.
Love it.
Yeah,
I like Biology, brother.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
My first time trying it. It was solid.
It's all right.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It's like a Chipotle joint where you like put your own ingredients on it.
I did not go. The girlfriend picked it up for me because I was ready to pass out when I came home from work.
Understandable.
So she went and grabbed it.
We're gonna let you pass again here one more time.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna double down next week. I'll double down next week.
Yeah.
But this is where we just exchange snacks on the show because we like snacks. And
I'm
Friday,
going.
and we like to have some fun. What do you got there, Jay? Before we get into
A
what
lot of
Simone,
chocolate today.
Simone is very excited about what she brought in. Let's go.
Ladies first, always.
Okay, all right,
first,
Simone.
always.
What are we looking?
Is that what this is in this bag right here? Simone?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I see a chocolate chip cookie.
Snacky clusters. So I thought about you guys. It has, what is it? Roasted corn dippers, potato chips.
What?
And mini chocolate pretzels with peanut butter.
I'm looking
In
at
a little,
mini
in
pretzel
a little
nuggets.
cluster, huh?
Yes.
Dippers.
Yes.
Which are like what, corn chips or something?
Yeah. So it's tapping in on that
Sea
sweet
salt
salty.
potato chips.
Yeah.
Is this a Trader Joe's specialty?
Yes,
I think
yes,
she put
we
some
would
for you.
love
Oh, did she?
in
Well, I'm in the
your-
bag. I apologize. My bad, Simone. I just washed my
You're
hands.
all right, baby.
These are all about. I'm in. I'm in already.
The sweet and salty?
Yeah, I'm here for this.
Oh my God, Nick would hate this if he was here.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm with you.
I literally saw them as I was checking out yesterday.
These
I was
are real
like,
good.
done. Good. I'm glad you like
These
them.
are real good.
The other selection in your cup, I want you guys to taste first, and then I'll tell you what that's about.
It's a
But I
chocolate
think
chip
you're going to
cookie.
be, well, yeah, try it out.
It's a chalky chip cookie.
I mean, and it's not a California chocolate chip cookie, if you know what I mean.
Soft,
Tasty.
chocolatey. Is there a little bit of sea salt there?
I will tell you, it is a vegan chocolate chip cookie.
How dare you do that to me?
Are you
Simone?
upset with that? I knew it would get you. You thought it was absolutely delicious before.
How dare you?
You got them, Simone?
Vegan chocolate chip cookie.
Now,
that
what
you
makes
thought
it
was
vegan? No eggs, no
absolutely-
milk? What?
Yes,
Okay.
that's vegan. So
No butter.
yes,
No
I didn't
eggs,
make
no
it.
milk, no butter.
That was from the Sacramento Co-op.
So let me say that I love the Sacramento Co-op, by
Yes.
the way.
Yes.
Dude,
Shout out.
They go
have you
off.
been to the Sacramento
Salute.
Co-op?
I don't think I have.
Dude.
What?
No,
Let me
I
tell
think
you
And you
something.
love to cook. You
do love
have
to
to
cook.
go.
Let
and
me
it's
tell you something.
beautiful.
Just gave me something to do this weekend.
Let
There you
me
go.
tell you something, Rami. You talking about options? Word of the day? Oh, man. Are you a Whole Foods guy?
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Man, first of all, Whole Foods, you can go to Whole Foods and spend $100 and get a bag.
Yes.
Like you come out with
Asparagus
one bag.
water.
Right. Right. Literally. Aloe vera plant. That's it, right? So it's a little, you gotta have your Rami Mac loft paper. Your paper gotta be right.
Course like cattle.
That's right. That too, very much so. But I love the hot bar there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. You can make
Where
your
is
own
it
pizza.
at? How come I don't know about this? How have I not heard
S
about this?
Street and my
Yeah,
goodness, 28.
S and something right over by the
29?
RT, right? Regional
Right next to the
Transit.
freeway. Yeah.
I can't remember the side street for some odd reason. I'm blanking because I'm thinking about food. But if you have an opportunity, slide.
Dude.
When I say get in that thing,
Salad.
Say, we're doing it this weekend.
man, love
Maybe
the-
tonight. Are they
love
open on
the
a
joint.
Friday night?
Absolutely.
Oh, we might head over there
It's a
tonight for
co-op.
dinner.
Good
Open till 10
atmosphere.
every day.
Yeah, go upstairs, eat a little bit off the hot bar. Man, they have dude,
Never been upstairs.
next week. I'm bringing the red velvet
yeah.
cupcake. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yes,
oh
yes,
my
yes.
goodness, I can eat 4 of them things right now.
Also, we're doing it so big next Friday. I think I'm going to try and employ Debbie to cook something. My mom, it's going to be crazy.
gotta
I'm bringing
say-
an air fryer. It's going to be obscene.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. But I am generally against like vegan cookies and baked goods
Yeah.
and things like that. That's pretty good,
That was
Simone. I
delicious.
got to admit, I got to put my
Yay.
pride aside
There you go.
and admit that was pretty solid.
We also have a roll call going on in the YouTube. I've asked everyone to list their dinner options. I
Oh.
don't see Willie yet. I'm very upset.
Where is Willie?
I don't know. I've put an
concerned,
ATV out on
given
him.
Willie's diet. The fact that he's-
Stop, he's
That is
okay.
true. I will say this: I'm not a chocolate chip person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not a chocolate chip
What?
person.
That's the best cookie there is.
Absolutely.
What
not.
kind
We're
of cookie do
fighting.
you like?
I'm gonna fight you.
What kind of cookie do you like,
Swear up.
Jay? What do you mean you're not a chocolate chip person?
Don't say oatmeal either. Don't
say
do
oatmeal.
it. Don't do it.
I'm a sugar cookie guy.
Okay.
Love the snickerdoodle joint. Love
That's
the toffee
delicious.
butter, red velvet. I'm not a chocolate chip person.
That's
I like peanut butter.
That is un-American.
Well,
It's un-American
you know.
to not like a chocolate chip cookie.
My people
Jay.
don't come from here.
But
But it's okay for me. I'm not a chocolate chip fan. If I am to eat a chocolate chip cookie, it's definitely it has to be chewy kind. Like I hate the crispy chocolate chip. Like that's not for me. Break your teeth.
Yeah, I could go either way.
Brittle style. Really?
Yeah. Just give me a chocolate chip cookie. Not stale, but like, yeah, if it has a little
Yeah,
crunch
but
to it.
yeah.
Yeah, like a Chips Ahoy type
Oh,
of thing.
nah, I
Yeah,
can't stand them
eat that.
things.
I'll eat
Ugh.
that.
Them things are anchors, man. Them like coins, like quarters. You might as well eat quarters.
Simone, before we get to what our listeners and YouTube viewers are having for dinner, let's try what Jay brought in for us in today's
as you can see, I am not a chocolate chip cookie guy. I'm not the biggest brownie guy, but the duet bites, man.
What is a duet bite?
I'm gonna let you jump on it first. Go ahead, jump in there. And
I think I see what's going on here.
Yeah, you've seen these.
It's like half brownie, half what?
Like pound cake type joint or something. Yeah, dude, all about it.
Yeah,
all about it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah, you throw some milk in that joint, and I'm ready to call home. I'm ready to do it. So
yeah, I can see dunking this in like a cup of milk, a cup of coffee. Oh, that'd be really good.
All she wrote.
Simone, did you try this yet? It's really good. At first, I thought it was something dipped in chocolate, but when I took it out, it's like, it's like half brown. Oh yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, there's a.
I'll save the other half for the break. I've done enough chewing on Mike. But it is. It's like a brookie. Yeah, but is that pound cake? What is the second? I think it's pound cake.
Yeah, it's got something to it, man. But I caught these one day in the as you know, we're all snackers here. We all try different things on the Cattles and Ramie show, sir. Beside probably Cattle's not really
it's a Madeline.
Yes.
Madeline brownie.
That's what it is. Madeline. Have you ever had the Madeline cookie?
I've never heard of a Madeline.
Oh, we bringing that in next week
Yeah.
too. Oh my goodness.
All right,
dude.
Next week's gonna be glorious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it.
You better bring something.
Simone, what are people having for dinner? What are the Cattles and Ramie?
Let's see what
I'm gonna have a duet bite.
Very quickly before we go to break, I'm seeing a lot of talk about hot dogs, potato salad.
A lot of hot dogs, yeah.
A lot of hot dog talk out there.
Hot dog. Wait a minute. Wait, before we do go, I don't mean to cut you off. Hot dogs. What are we breaking down hot dogs for here?
I've asked the YouTube to do a roll call of what they're enjoying for dinner tonight, and a lot of them are enjoying hot dogs. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Manny Too Legit.
Manny Too Legit's having hot dogs.
Now, are they dressing these things up?
I would assume so.
With ketchup?
With ketchup.
I would hope not.
Okay.
That's
I'm very, very
blasphemous. It's an abomination.
Real quick, because I don't eat beef anymore, and I haven't eaten beef close to 3 years now at this point. I'm a chicken person. I like the chicken or the turkey hot dog.
Yeah.
Is that blasphemy at this point?
I mean,
don't get me wrong. I'm not arguing saying beef isn't the one, but
no, because people have health concerns and things of that sort, but they still want to enjoy a hot dog. And also, when it comes to really any kind of sausage, it's not so much about the kind of meat that it is that's giving it the flavor. More times than not, it's the seasonings and the flavorings that they're adding to it that's really giving it its distinct flavor that sets it apart from any other meat that comes in the same shape and size.
Okay.
Whoa, hey, come on now. Are we really?
Shouts out to the stir fry by Chris Wright. I'm with all of that.
Ooh, love stir fry.
Shouts out.
Manny Too Legit too, steak and rice. That's a good sign, right?
Absolutely.
When you're coming out of a little sickness, you're getting your appetite back. That's good.
I wish I could have some steak.
I think I got my swagger back.
That's exactly how I feel after being sick for 7 straight days. Top spot right after this.
Cattles and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Apparently, there is a cage match brewing between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. Now, I hope this happens for many reasons. Number one, it just goes with the downfall of our society. Number two, nothing more fun than seeing super ultra mega billionaires just beat the hell out of each other. Number three, it would obviously be a terrible, terrible, terrible fight.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Sactown Sports.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
It's almost the 4th of July, and you know what that means. One of the biggest grilling parties you can throw all year. Nick Cattle suggesting you celebrate your 4th of July the right way with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers from Green Acres Nursery and Supply. Our Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned us into pros. Napoleon grills are all made with premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Go to Napoleon.com for your nearby Napoleon Grills dealer. Napoleon Grills, now is the time for the best selection of grills and fine accessories. Get ready for the 4th of July.
Prestige line comes with a lifetime warranty.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Players of all abilities will tell you that Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course is the area's #1 course for fun. Whether you're a beginner or an accomplished player, Bartley Kavanaugh has something for you. It's a great walking course, but motorized carts are available too. The moderately sized greens and generous fairway landing areas will add to your satisfaction and smiles for the day. Near the banks of the picturesque Sacramento River, Bartley Kavanaugh features the brand new tap room for all your beverage needs. For tea times, visit bartleycavanaugh.com. It's Sacramento's #1 course for fun.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Y'all ready to do it again, Sacramento? Country in the Park 2 is coming to Heart Health Park at Cal Expo Saturday, September 9th with Cole Swindell, Chris Jansen, Dylan Scott, and more. Plus, a mechanical bull, line dancing saloon, and all the food. Tickets start at $40 or grab your Coors Light Y'all Access passes for $125. For more info, visit SactownSports.com. Country in the Park 2, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, E2 Family Winery, and Hyatt Vacation Club.
Are you tired of your tee shots ending up in the adjoining fairway while the rest of your foursome is hitting it down the middle? Well, experts will tell you that being properly fitted for golf clubs will help you strike your drive center cut. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio and its team of trained PGA professionals are ready to help you get rid of your banana balls and duck hooks. Hagen Oaks Indoor-Outdoor Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531. At Elk Grove Honda, we see every Honda buyer as a member of the family, so we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we would buy from ourselves. At Elk Grove Honda, we include many benefits that a private seller just can't match. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection, and our certified pre-owned Hondas are under 5 years old. So you know you're getting the newest Hondas in prime condition. See our exceptional selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Since 1776, July 4th has been celebrated as the birth of American independence, but it's been a federal holiday only since 1941. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. It was a mere 7 years later when the Keys family opened their first Naturewood store in Sacramento, and I guess Northern Californians have been celebrating ever since. We celebrate an incredible selection of furniture brands made right here in America. We celebrate the kind of generous hometown hospitality that was important to Walter Keys in 1948 and continues with the Keys family and the Naturewood Home Furnishing staff today. And we celebrate the kind of quality that's been synonymous with Naturewood for all these 74 years. Look for made in America brands like Stanton, Sam Moore, Stickley, Hilltop Hickory, Simply Amish, and more during the Naturewood 4th of July sale event. Find the furniture that you will celebrate for years to come. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
No look, Bibby to Weber, down the lane, flying jam. There's your play of the night right there. It's inside is Sabonis, a two-hand rip, a brilliant pass from De'Aaron Fox.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
I'm Simone with your Sactown Sports headlines. Last night during the 2023 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings switched things up with their 24th pick.
Sacramento is trading center Rashawn Holmes and the 24th pick to Dallas.
With the trade of Rashawn Holmes, the Kings have nearly $45 million available with $31 million in cap space and access to the full $12.5 million mid-level exception. Sacramento also traded up to pick 34th to select Xavier guard Colby Jones and selected Furman's Julian Strawther with the 54th pick.
Look at the coleslaw. Looks like Christmas.
For a comprehensive breakdown of the draft fireworks from last night, head to SactownSports.com. I'm Simone. Those are your Sactown Sports headlines. Happy Friday and welcome into Cattles and Ramie with Jay Johnson.
Did you miss the headline and the top story of the day?
Extra, read all about it.
Don't worry, because we got you covered.
This is how we do.
It's the Cattles and Ramie.
Top spot.
5 o'clock. That means it's time for the top spot here on this program. I'm the Ramie half of that, by the way. That's the Jay half. Well, he's Jay filling in for the Nick half is what I meant to say.
We're close.
And
We're
Simone on the other. It's Friday.
Friday at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Got an hour left.
One foot out the door.
I wouldn't put it that
Slide
way.
to the
co-op. Yeah, I got to see if the girlfriend made anything for dinner. I hope not. So we can go to the co-op. After the way you guys just hyped it up. Yeah, but Jay, there's only one place to go for the top spot today, and that's the NBA draft and what the Kings did. Now, as far as the draft picks, they went and got Colby Jones, who good by all indications, almost as solid and NBA ready as a second round player as you're going to get. Playmaker, he can pass the ball. Good defender. He can shoot the three a little bit, hit 42% of his catch and shoot threes this past season. They also got Julian Strawther out of Furman in the second round. By the way, we talked with Furman head coach Bob Richey earlier. If you missed that, go check it out on YouTube or SactownSports.com and check out all of Frankie Cardicelli's fine work on draft night and the aftermath thereof at SactownSports.com as well. But I don't think that was the big move last night, Jay. I think the big move was dealing Rashawn Holmes and the 24th pick to Dallas. That put the Kings in the position to open up more than $30 million in cap space this offseason. They now have the third most cap space in the league, Jay. How did you feel about what the Kings did last night on NBA draft night?
Absolutely loved it, Ramie. I thought they did their thing. I think Monty was wheeling and dealing a la Ric Flair. And yeah, I'm with it, man. You said this earlier in the show just a minute ago, actually, when it comes to the 24th pick and what it would bring, the type of prospect it would bring, the type of player it would bring. And I think me and you both are on the same boat. We're both looking for powerful moves. And I'm not saying the 24th pick, which was Omax, is not going to be a powerful move. But as far as, a known commodity, something that this very season coming up is going to pay dividends, I love what happened because they didn't really need a draft pick. They need someone that's a proven commodity.
This is what Monty McNair said about what that pick did that trade did for them.
We always value the optionality and flexibility when we can acquire it. And we've got, I think, this was a great season, for a lot of reasons. And we want to have a long playoff run here and continue to compete. And to do that in today's NBA, you have to be able to build your team out, not just in the very near term, but over the course of many years. And so we're always having that balance, right? Well, what can we do to add to the team now, but how does that affect what we can do going forward? So we think, what we were able to do tonight and what we've done going back to the deadline and past years will give us a lot of options, not just this summer, but as we get into next year.
Yeah, $35.6 million of flexibility, which is another word for what Jay has been saying all day. Options for the Sacramento Kings this offseason. And if they added one player who can contribute last night, Jay, and Colby Jones, maybe a two-way player in Strawther, and then you bring in Vezenkov and maybe one or two more players with the $35.6 million that you have now to work with, you're talking about adding 3-4 guys to the number 3 seed in the Western Conference last year who can come in here and help you win now to varying degrees. That's a very intriguing thing to me when it comes to the Sacramento Kings. Meanwhile, as soon as they get all that money, of course, the thing everybody's trying to figure out is, what are you going to do with all that money?
That's right.
Where are we going to spend all that money?
Come on now.
And the
Put
name
it in my pocket.
The name that seems to have popped up and to some's delight, some's joy, others' shock and dismay was, I'll let Brian Windhorst tell you.
I want to go back to the Kings.
You got to figure out what's going on in Sacramento.
And Pelton, give Pelton credit here. Pelton mentioned this. Mike Brown is extraordinarily close to Draymond Green. Extraordinarily close. Mike Brown was the Draymond Green whisperer with the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Draymond Green is a free agent. They now have the money if they want to give him a premium over what he opted out of in Golden State.
Okay.
Now, I do believe that Draymond wants to be a Warrior. And I do believe that the trade for Jordan Poole today puts the Warriors in good position to be able to keep their books in a fashion where they can keep Draymond and keep Klay Thompson if they both sign contracts that are pay cuts or at least mildly flat to where they are. But the Kings can now go hunting for Draymond Green if they wish. And that would be extraordinarily interesting because it is the exact type of player that they need, and there's already a be interesting with Sabonis. That would be interesting first practice.
Yeah, the fans would have to do something.
That would be an
their opinion.
extraordinarily interesting situation. Holy Moses.
I couldn't think of a music bed that says Brian Windhorst and his energy's level right there less.
That definitely wasn't Brian Windhorst music. Sounds like somebody, and I don't know who that was. Sounds like somebody in the back almost cursed.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
like right at the end. I think he said shoot or something like that, but it sounded very, very close.
I don't know if this money was freed up for Draymond, Jay, but I'd be okay with it. I'd be all right if Draymond was part of the $35 million plan this offseason on how to upgrade the Sacramento Kings. I'm okay with it. And as for all the Domas Sabonis stuff and whatever other bad blood he brewed in that playoff series, get over it. I say that to Kings fans and to anybody on the Kings who might not be able to let it go. Scottie Pippen has a scar in his chin from Dennis Rodman to this day, and they went and won 3 championships together. You can get over this stuff and be a professional and go out and play good basketball together, and I think that it would work. He brings a lot of things to this team that the Kings could use. His age doesn't necessarily fit the timeline, but at the same time, if this is a team that's ready to compete and win championships now, we know that's something Draymond knows a thing or two about.
Absolutely. I would say John Hollinger from The Athletic, he had an article that we talked about earlier, and he listed guys in the free agency that is available, and they're ranking different tiers. And Draymond, to my surprise, was ranked kind of tier 2 or tier 3,
lower in tier 2.
Yeah, and it was John Hollinger believes he's going to get at $24 million a year. I would have thought Draymond would have got 30, and I know he just got out of the 27, 28 million. But if you're going to give me Draymond for 24, I'm with it, brother. I'm going to try it. I got
love for the boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You still got 11 to
it.
play with.
Come
you
on
still
now.
got 11 to play with if you can get Draymond in at 24.
$1 million in cap space. Mid-level exception, TPE as well. Listen, if you can get Draymond for 24, I'm intrigued. I'm at least picking up the phone as Monty McNair, and of course I got my buddy Mike Brown on the line, because as we've heard, Mike Brown is the Draymond whisperer, which I had no idea Draymond had a shaman. I didn't know he had a whisperer. If you would have told me if there was a person in the NBA who doesn't have a whisperer, it'd be Draymond. He kind of he doesn't whisper. He pretty much yells himself. He lets everybody know on the podcast about what how he feels.
So if Mike Brown's not there last year, Jordan Poole's not laying in a puddle of his drool on the practice floor.
I guess according to Brian Windhorst, but I'm in on Draymond at $24 million. I think if you push it over that, I'm probably out. But I like the attributes that Draymond is going to bring, and that's kind of a lot of his attributes is what I'm looking for when it comes for the Sacramento Kings.
And having Mike Brown here makes me feel a lot better about whatever repercussions or side effects might come with bringing in a Draymond Green.
There's going to be a few of them.
There's going to be a few of them for sure. But I think Mike Brown minimizes that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm intrigued by, Jay? Are you looking up at what's on our TV?
This hacky sack or whatever this stuff is called, man.
The cornhole league.
Cornhole, man.
American Cornhole League.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
Hacky sack.
That's called bean bags on a wooden plank.
This might be my only shot at being a pro athlete. Don't knock it, Jay.
Oh, well, look, I've seen you do you.
You've seen my work on the cornhole
board.
Championship
level with yours,
I'm
brother.
telling you. I need to know where the tryouts or whatever the case might be.
We're gonna have to line you up.
How do I get my sponsors? You know what I mean?
Johnsonville and all.
Bush's Beans. These guys got patches all over there. You know how much money is on these dudes' shirts?
Sponsorship.
For playing cornhole? I'm good at cornhole, man. I'm telling you. I got some skills.
What different size bean bags?
It doesn't matter what size the hole,
miniature
the bean bag, the board. I don't care.
If Khris was here, the size of the hole would have got him. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Even if he's listening right now, he is conjuring up a meme to send to us.
Poor Verlat is under the weather today. I hope it wasn't me. I was told I'm not contagious. Jay, Simone, you're both feeling all right, right?
I messaged him and I was like, did Ramie get you sick? And he said no.
And Verlat is quick to blame me for something.
I know.
So
I would have used it.
He would have let me know for sure.
You, Dave, or Jason, for sure. Top three.
We are quick to blame John Fisher for things. That's because they're all his fault. We'll do it more next.
Cattles
and Ramie.
Sactown Sports. Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Nature Wood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Folsom Lake Ford has trucks. The F-150s are here. Explorers, Expeditions, and a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. They're in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford. Shop Folsom Lake Ford, your truck headquarters right here in Sacramento for your favorite Ford models at good, fair prices. Short on cash? Buy any new Ford with zero down. Save big with low interest finance rates. Plus, Folsom Lake Ford is paying top dollar for all trades. We want your vehicle regardless of mileage or condition. This could be the best time to buy a new Ford. Check out the huge inventory online at FolsomLakeFord.com or stop by the dealership and see the most recent arrivals. Looking for something special? Give them a call and tell them Doug Christie sent you. Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, your trusted dealer, my trusted dealer for over 30 years. FolsomLakeFord.com.
0 down with approved credit.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and more.
This is Cattles and Ramie
on Sactown Sports.
It is Cattles and Ramie. Oh, I got to do something. Hold on, real quick. The Sacramento Kings are hosting the 5th. Are we ready for this, Simone? Are we equipped for this?
Absolutely, always.
The Sacramento Kings are hosting the 5th annual California Classic Summer League on July 3rd and 5th with an expanded lineup of teams preparing for NBA action.
It's on TV.
Kings need you in the building. Hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline, hot contest line right now, looking for caller number number 2, Simone said, to 800-920-1140. Caller number 2 to 800-920-1140 will win 2 day passes to the California Classic.
Ramie, it was on TV while you were talking about it, literally.
Yeah. Oh, was it really?
Yeah, 2 day passes for $42 if you don't slide in to grab that second pick. I mean, excuse me, that second call for Simone. I'm in draft mode right now. I'm my picks, second pick.
So go ahead, caller number 2. Oh wow, they're blowing up.
You going to the Cali Classic, brother?
I might try to hit up a game or 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it like? Because I know it like the summer league. You buy a ticket for the day, right? Because it's game after game after game after. It's like a pro-am type thing where it's just back to back. Is it the same with the California Classic?
Brother.
It's like a day
sessions.
Pass? Oh, okay.
Yeah, sessions. They call it sessions. The great thing about Vegas is the Max and the Cox and the Mac are connected. So you just kind of have a breezeway, a walkway.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic because Cox is smaller, the Mac is huge, it's bigger, UNLV. And I love Summer League.
I've heard it's one of the funnest experiences for a basketball fan that you'll
For
find.
me, it's the best NBA experience. And this year they got the NBA Con 7th through the 9th for the first time ever, and that's going to be at Mandalay Bay. Dude, I'm amped.
I've heard, Jay, that it's comparable to spring training in baseball. Like if you're a baseball fan, because it's competitive, but at the same time, it's laid back and casual. It's a laid back, casual atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Very. On top of the only thing,
and the good weather and the parties.
I was about to say it's Vegas. On top of that, it's going to be scorching. Of course, it's going to be a million degrees. But the other thing I really like about Summer League compared to, and I've done both, of course, with spring training and all that type of stuff in Peoria, Arizona. The one thing I really like about Summer League is the entire NBA embarks on Vegas. Literally, like the entire league, and you just never know who you're gonna see.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it's just like you said, it's guys in shorts and tennis shoes. I mean, even the GMs, the front office guys, they might pop a collar one time, but everything else staying in khaki pleated shorts like Jim Harbaugh, and they got the kicks. I love it, man. I love Summer
I would love
League,
to
dude.
check it out sometime.
Players just attainable. They taking pictures because the new autograph is a picture. Nobody wants an autograph. They want a picture.
The selfie.
Right,
Yeah.
of course.
Let me get
So
the selfie.
love it, man. You'll walk down and you'll see De'Aaron Fox, and at the same time, you're gonna see Kevin Garnett. At the same time, you're gonna see Ramie.
I hate to do this to you, but it's just a solid transition.
Yeah.
And in a few years, you'll be able to go right down the street and probably catch an A's game.
I'm down with you, man.
Sorry.
It's over with.
I'm sorry.
I got no love for you.
It's just a good transition. I couldn't
talking about Vegas.
I couldn't pass it up. I'm sorry. I just couldn't pass up.
Suddenly, I got sick.
I'm a radio guy. I couldn't pass up a good transition when I saw it. But hopefully that's not the case. And hopefully the A's stay in Oakland. Did I fix it? Did I save it? Now, hopefully they stay in Oakland. But Mayor Sheng Tao was this the Oakland ABC station? Do I have that right? I want to say it's the Oakland ABC station.
It was.
Where she does a monthly appearance. She was asked, have you heard anything from the A's since all this went down?
I have not heard from the A's at all. And we know that, yes, the Nevada legislature has passed a public financing bill. And my view is if the A's ownership wants to go to Vegas, they should petition for an expansion team and let the A's stay in their home. And I think, frankly, it's a huge missed opportunity if MLB allows for owners to leave a city that has bent over backwards to accommodate them and a fan base that has more than proven their loyalty.
And that seems to be, I don't know if I want to say picking up steam, because I don't know that anybody is taking the idea seriously who needs to take the idea seriously for it to happen, Jay. But we had Eno Saris from The Athletic on last week, and that's what he said would probably be the right solution to this thing is if the A's want to go to Vegas, let them go to Vegas.
That's right.
But they don't take the A's with them. John Fisher, they get an expansion team in
Salamanders.
They get to take the roster and
the Sidewinders
and everything else that goes with
Spiders.
it. But they leave behind the A's in terms of the colors, the logo, the lore, the history. They stay the Oakland A's, and whoever this new owner is works out this deal with the mayor and the city of Oakland that they seem very willing to sit at the table and work out.
Yes.
If somebody at the A's in Major League Baseball would just sit down with them and seriously negotiate in good faith.
Love it. I'm absolutely with it. Eno Saris was the first person that I heard say this, and I don't know why this had popped in my mind. It also, on a personal note, Ramie, allows me to continue to wear my A's gear.
Exactly.
It
That's
becomes
a sharp hat you're wearing today,
thank you, sir.
Yes.
It becomes a throwback, so to say, a Mitchell and Ness type joint, a retro style. I'm with that, man. If I've said this, if the A's, the name, the brand, the color, the culture, the history goes along to Vegas, I'm out. I'm done. I'm not rocking. I'm not from Vegas. I'm not from Oakland, but I'm closer to Oakland than I am from Vegas. Different state, cross the borders. No disrespect to Las Vegas. Neo and Bryce Harper and a bunch of guys that's out that way. But I don't want the Las Vegas A's. I'll take the Salamanders over the A's, and I respect that you guys have a team, and you took, a torrid Oakland A's team out that way. But go ahead and leave that green and gold right there in the town.
Yep.
98th Street, Engelberger. You know what I mean? Hagenberger, excuse me. Right there in East Oakland. That's what I'm looking for. Let me jump off the BART, and maybe 5 years down the road, I'll go to another A's game. Don't take the team. Don't take the culture. Don't take the shield is what I'm saying. Just as we talked about Raiders, I asked plenty of people, would you still root for the Raiders knowing they're in Las Vegas? And a lot of people who were kind of down the middle was like, I'd probably always rep the shield, but I'm not sure if I can rep the team anymore.
I mean, if there's any compromise in John Fisher and Rob Manfred in Major League Baseball, that's it right there.
That is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they are putting public money out for a new stadium. It's just not as much as John Fisher wants, but it's enough for most situations. It's enough. And not just the money, but the land grants that they're also putting out there for the area around the field. So if there's any compromise in Rob Manfred, Major League Baseball, John Fisher, that seems to be the one for me. Meanwhile, the mayor was also asked about the reverse boycott, which A's fans so successfully staged last week.
Again, I'm just so proud of the fans. You had to be there. The energy was electrifying. It was amazing. It felt like you were at the Battle of the Bay game all over again, right? And you saw the love and the passion for the team. And so for anyone who tries to use an excuse around like, oh, well, we don't have a strong fan base, well, I call total BS on that, because we saw with our own two eyes, we felt the energy.
And you did feel it. You saw it. And even the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame recognized it and saw the energy and the love that A's fans put out there, to the degree that those sell shirts that they were giving out, they're headed to Cooperstown.
Come on now.
To be put on display. And I know because a lot of people do mix this up. A lot of people are probably going, well, if you love A's fans so much, why aren't you keeping the team in Oakland? Major League Baseball is not the Hall of Fame. Like, those are two separate entities.
Correct.
And the Hall of Fame, specifically John Shestakovsky, he told the Hall of Fame Vice President of Communications, he told the Mercury News it was important to document the protest. He said, quote, "We are here to document history and preserve that history as it relates to baseball and it relates to the game. That happens on the field when a significant accomplishment takes place, but it also happens off the field." So you did enough that the Hall of Fame took notice, A's fans. Hopefully Rob Manfred and John Fisher and the powers that be in baseball and within this whole situation have taken notice based on that reverse boycott, and something can be done.
Very well said, my man. Unfortunately, Rob Manfred and the owner and president and front office and a lot of guys down there in Oakland, I don't think they really care at this point, man. I think it's more financial, and taking the feeling and emotions out of it. It's just about socking it to the pocket at this point when it comes to John Fisher. But I do appreciate the fact that the Baseball Hall of Fame has recognized that us Oakland A's fans, we get down. This is what we do. Super faithful. Been around for many moons.
Yes, sir.
Before John Fisher, before Rob Manfred, before Jake Johnson. I mean, come on now. Stop playing with us out in these streets, Ramie.
We got to get to a break. The callback is next.
Need your Niners fix? Sactown Sports has you covered.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think Trey looks significantly better than he did last year. I really do. I think his confidence is there. I think that He's throwing really good passes. I mean, just watching him, he just looks so much more comfortable and confident in the pocket, and I really appreciate that from him, from all the work that he's put into it. He just looks like he's having fun, because when he's out there having a good time, it definitely brings up everyone around him.
Get all your 49ers coverage leading into the 2023 season at Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
Greetings from M&S Auto on El Camino, just off the Cap City Freeway. And a big thanks to our repeat customers for letting us be your favorite car dealer. Repeat customers make us proud. M&S customers know that they're going to find the car, 4x4, or SUV they want. They'll get treated like family and save thousands. Whether you're a repeat customer or a first-time buyer, welcome. M&S Auto, the intelligent car buying experience. MSAutogroup.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network. Well, coming up in August, the A's will induct the next class into the A's Hall of Fame. It'll be before the A's play the Giants on Sunday, August 6th. And what a group. Jason Giambi, World Series champions Carney Lansford and Gene Tennis, five-time All-Star and former Philadelphia Athletic Bob Johnson, and the great voice of God, Roy Steele. The induction ceremony, the A's and the Giants on August 6th. Ken Korak here, introducing you to the Xfinity 10G network. Xfinity is undergoing a multi-year network evolution, giving you a powerful connection today while building toward a faster, more reliable tomorrow. The Xfinity 10G network gives you the fastest internet with even faster speeds rolling out all the time. You also get a consistent and reliable connection when everyone's online, even during peak hours. That's a home run. If you want to learn more, go online at xfinity.com/10G.
Y'all ready to do it again, Sacramento? Country in the Park 2 is coming to Heart Health Park at Cal Expo Saturday, September 9th with Cole Swindell, Chris Jansen, Dylan Scott, and more. Plus, a mechanical bull, line dancing saloon, and all the food. Tickets start at $40 or grab your Coors Light Y'all Access passes for $125. For more info, visit SactownSports.com. Country in the Park 2, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, E2 Family Winery, and Hyatt Vacation Club.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
I'm Simone with your Sactown Sports headlines. Last night during the 2023 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings switched things up with their 24th pick.
Sacramento is trading center Rashawn Holmes and the 24th pick to Dallas.
With the trade of Rashawn Holmes, the Kings have nearly $45 million available, with $31 million in cap space and access to the full $12.5 million mid-level exception. Sacramento also traded up to pick 34th to select Xavier guard Colby Jones and selected Furman's Jalen Slauson with the 54th pick.
Look at the coleslaw. Looks like Christmas.
For a comprehensive breakdown of the draft fireworks from last night, head to SactownSports.com. I'm Simone. Those are your Sactown Sports headlines. Happy Friday and welcome into Cattles and Ramie with Jay Johnson.
I'm going to light up these phone lines.
The phone is ringing, and we are checking to see who's on the line.
Long time listener, first time caller.
News, gossip, a story.
Okay, who's the next victim?
It's the callback
on Cattles and Ramie.
It is time for the callback here on Cattles and Ramie. And want to do a little something different with the callback today and just go back and look at, hear, I guess not look at, but listen to because it's radio, listen to some of the more fun, interesting moments from the NBA draft last night. We talked a lot about the Thompson twins on the show yesterday, Jay, and they ended up going, 4-5 in the NBA draft?
Yep.
And we talked about the fact that while, yes, they're living their dream, they're also going to be separated from each other for the first time, really, in their whole lives. They've lived and played basketball together from the day they were born, literally. Like, you throw that around a lot.
Yep.
Literally, from the day they were born, they've been attached at the hip. And Amen Thompson said his brother Asur, like a bad partner in a divorce, just grabbing everything.
Well, and look, I understand that you guys are having to divide up your belongings because this will be the first time that you ever live separately. So what are, like, the key items that you're fighting over in terms of, like, clothes and shoes?
He got to keep the PS5. I got to buy me one. That's the main one so far, but we've been fighting over shoes, too.
Which shoes?
These Jordan Travis Scotts. He got those too. So I'm losing everything. It's like a bad divorce.
How do you get the PS5 and the Jordan Travis Scotts?
Man,
How does that work?
He must got a heck of a lawyer.
I was going to say, where's your prenup?
I know,
where's
man.
Where's your prenup, Amen Thompson?
I'm trying to tell you, brother. He's taking some L's.
I never really thought about the benefit of being a twin and the double wardrobe and double shoes. That's got to be pretty sweet, right?
Yeah,
especially if you're both sneakerheads. You know what I mean? That I could go get a pair, you could go get a pair, and then like whatever matches our outfits, we'll just rock that night. You know
I think
what
if you go that way compared to a lot of twins kind of dress the same, or at least when you're younger, you get dressed the same.
Yeah.
Now, of course, if it's a young lady and a young man, that's a little different. But if they're, both the young ladies or both boys, stop dressing the same, right? I guess that's the point of it is.
I'll tell you right now,
they're dressed the same.
If I was a father to twins, first of all, I'd be terrified. And second of all, I'm definitely not dressing them the same.
One yellow, one blue.
How am I supposed to tell them apart?
Agreed.
You know what I mean? If they're identical?
Yeah.
No, I'm dressing them different. I'm putting their initials on their shirts, on all their shirts, just so I can see which one of those fools I'm talking to. Meanwhile, Brandon Miller went number 2 to the Charlotte Hornets, and we talked yesterday, Jay, about leading up to the draft. Brandon Miller said Paul George was his GOAT.
Who?
He also told a story about how Michael Jordan airballed a free throw at his workout. We were like, man, this dude doesn't even want to be a Charlotte. He's trying to piss off Michael Jordan, and he didn't stop after Jordan drafted him.
I can say working out in front of Michael Jordan, I think all people would think I would be pressured because, of course, he's Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan was never the guy I grew up watching. Kind of grew up watching Paul George, so I think Michael Jordan was just a regular guy to me in the gym watching me work out.
Regular guy.
It was definitely cool meeting him. He definitely sounds like how he sounds on TV, always trash talking. So I just really had a fun time with him.
But you also mentioned within that he's just like he is on TV. He's talking trash. So what did he say to you?
He told me I was just a shooter, just shooting threes. So I mean, it's nothing with him. I know my talents and my abilities.
Right.
Can't really let Jordan get in your head. It might make him feel good and make you feel bad. So kind of talking trash back to him. I witnessed him airball the free throw too. So
wait, so Jordan airballed the free throw?
I always have that up against him.
How did was he having a free throw? How did that happen? Was he having a contest with
just
you?
old. It's him just being old.
He shot MJ down a few times. Dude's a regular dude in the gym. Just a cat watching me shoot.
I don't care what he says to me.
Just a regular guy.
Just a regular guy.
Dude, not even worried about him.
So pedestrian.
Didn't grow up watching him.
Why would I care about his trash talk? Suit don't even fit. What are we talking about here?
Not even getting ready to be my owner no more.
Throw that in.
A dude who's got season tickets.
Maybe that's what this is. He knows this ain't going to be his boss in 2 weeks.
I will say this, Simone, you can answer this a little more too.
Sure.
You are 10 years younger than me at this point, and I know you're into sports. I know you keep an eye on it, but can you attest to this? I think there is a age barrier we're getting ready to start to hit with Jordan too, where it becomes people, 30 and under.
You didn't see him.
He's just a regular guy.
Yeah.
And he's just a regular guy that's on my tennis shoe, on my brand, on my T-shirt, on my hoodie, on my Nike Tech, that type of stuff.
So true. When they didn't see him play, they weren't there for the Space Jams of it all. It's tragic.
Started watching Space Jam. Started watching Space Jam again.
That was the first DVD
the first
we
one
ever
or the
had.
second?
No, the first one. I never watched
the second one. Even count as Space Jam?
I didn't even watch it.
No,
I don't even know.
It was a bad movie.
You're asking was it? Okay. I figured. Meanwhile, the awkwardness
didn't like it.
The awkwardness didn't stop there around the Charlotte Hornets and the drafting of Brandon Miller. Their GM, Mitch Kupchak, he was asked, what was it about Brandon Miller that made you go with him as the second pick in the draft?
Well, everything that every answer we got to every question. I would say, he is a freshman, right? So, he's a little bit, I would say younger than, I wouldn't say younger. Nah, I bet not even go in that direction, actually.
If you can make out what he said or what he meant, go ahead. Simone, Ramie, can you guys help me? I have
younger. I can translate it for you.
Okay, please.
I didn't make this damn pick. Why are you asking me? Go talk to MJ. That would have been what I would have walked into that press conference and just like Brandon Miller, knowing Michael Jordan ain't my boss in 2 weeks, and I probably don't have this job in 2 weeks.
Right.
I'd be like, hey guys, I didn't make the pick. I don't have to answer any of your questions. You have a great off season. Good night. Peace out, y'all.
It's above me.
And just walk out. What answers to what questions that we heard before the draft even happened? Michael Jordan had final say.
Mm-hmm.
He was making the pick. Why put Mitch Kupchak out there in front of those cameras and those microphones? Why put that man in that position?
Because MJ rarely talks, unless it's in front of a tablet about Isaiah Thomas. But I mean, look, according to Brandon Miller, he just one of them regular dudes, man. Somebody that just hangs out in the gym.
He's a habitual line stepper.
I'm not exactly sure what Mitch Kupchak was bringing to the table on that answer.
Well, he started to say Brandon Miller was younger, and then he realized Scoot Henderson is young. Is actually younger.
Can you go with the age here? The age thing?
He wanted he grasped at a straw, and then he was like, man, that straw doesn't even work. And
he's taller.
Finally, a guy who a lot of people maybe didn't know about till last night when he showed up in the Dorothy jacket, the ruby red jacket.
Absolutely.
Grady Dick. Well, he achieved the dream of being an NBA player, getting drafted by the Toronto Raptors. So what's next on the old bucket list, Grady?
No, I'm looking forward to it. Got to get out there, see Drake. I've been sending a bunch, but I'm looking forward to that.
You hyped to become boys with Drake overnight? It's going to happen.
Of course. That's the goal. I need him to wear my jersey. That's how I know. That's my priority. No, I'm looking forward to it.
All he
wants.
Got
to get out there, see Drake. I've been sending a bunch, but I'm looking forward to that.
All he wants is for Drake to be wearing his jersey, to be boys with Drake.
We all have
dreams,
dreams and goals. Did you see the University Daily Kansan had him and said big energy? Did you see that picture where he's on the front page and he's like,
pretty cool.
He's dunking, whatever, big energy.
I see what they did there.
Big energy and
his name. Grady Dick. In the middle. You see what they did there? See what they
big
did?
Energy.
Watch what we do. And in other news, it's coming up next.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Thinking it's going to get down for a hit. Around third to score is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRE3 Weather Center. Skies will stay mainly clear tonight. A delta breeze will cool us into the mid-50s by morning. A nice day tomorrow. Sunshine, a few clouds with highs in the low 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRE3 News and the KCRE3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we see every Honda buyer as a member of the family, so we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we would buy from ourselves. See our selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead.
With free battery testing and charging, AutoZone is here to help.
Get in the zone, Autos. What if I need a new one?
We have the right batteries right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone. And what if I don't know how to connect it?
No problem. We have a how-to for you at AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Sacramento Kings basketball is back this summer. Catch 6 games of NBA action and fun for the whole family when the California Classic Summer League returns on July 3rd and 5th. The Kings will host the Golden State Warriors, Los Angeles Lakers, Miami Heat, and newly added San Antonio Spurs and Charlotte Hornets with the #1 and #2 NBA draft picks. 2-day passes start at just $42 and include access to all 6 games. Visit kings.com/California Classic for more information and to buy your tickets today.
Hello, I'm Frank Koch with Retirement Security Center for the weekly economic update. Well, at least he is consistent. Fed Chair Jerome Powell spoke with Congress this week and stated that 2 more rate hikes would be a good guess, implying an additional 0.5% possible increases if necessary. The Fed has been consistent with inflation being public enemy #1. Many investors look to the 10-year Treasury as a gauge of future inflation expectations. The 10-year Treasury is still lower than shorter-term issues, leading some investors to continue their appetite for riskier investments. Artificial intelligence is all the rage this year, as seen with the technology resurgence. The U.S. government has taken notice, wading into regulation of AI, citing the need for AI to uphold democratic values and understanding why specific outputs are created. Regulating a continually evolving technology could prove to be difficult due to its inherent complexity. The question of whether it should have been created has come up, and the answer is likely profit. At least Wall Street is consistent. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Frank Cockrell is a registered representative of Lincoln Financial Advisors Corporation, a broker-dealer and member SIPC and registered investment advisor. Retirement Security Centers is not an affiliate of Lincoln Financial Advisors.
Being a letter carrier and walking 20,000 steps, which equals up to about 10 miles a day, it's tough. I really didn't have feet problems. I had back problems. I had had as many epidurals that I could possibly have in 1 year. That was scary. Well, I've been delivering letters to the Good Feet store for over 6 years, and the expert there finally convinced me to try their arch supports.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Keith actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
The people at the Good Feet store really educated me about what the arch supports could actually do. And lo and behold, I have no more back problems. The future I can see now. I couldn't see it before. Where I would be without them, I have no clue. I'm Keith, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Did you catch all the week's headlines?
Check the headline, check the headline, get the headline. Extra, extra.
Let the fellas fill you in on this week's In Other News.
Like to have some fun on a Friday to close things out, bring you some of the more weird, wacky, wild news stories from in and out of the world of sports. Have you guys heard about this cannibal cricket invasion in Nevada? Have you guys heard about this?
No.
Might be the end times. No. We might be.
I've seen pictures.
In the end times. Mormon crickets, a.k.a. Cannibal crickets, have taken over a Nevada town and gone viral on social media after one resident posted a disturbing video. The insects are big, stinky, and cannibalistic. Mormon crickets are out in full force in Elko, Nevada, blanketing. And I've seen the pictures and the videos. I mean, blanketing buildings and roads. They leave behind a stench so horrible, akin to burning flesh, that it forces residents to plug their noses while driving. The critters stick to tires and the bottoms of shoes, and their carcasses are everywhere, even in gyms. And Lisa Matthews, a real estate resident in Elko, posted a TikTok video that went viral in which she is quoted saying with laughter, "I mean, we're using humor here in Elko to really get by. I mean, what else are you going to do? It's not like you can walk out there and be like, hey, guys, let's ship it on out. I don't know about you guys. That's exactly what I'm doing. Like if my town gets taken over by crickets, by cannibal crickets,
and they
nonetheless,
stink?
they smell bad. And like they're literally everywhere. They're sticking to people's tires, the bottom of people's shoes. They're getting in school gyms. Folks are using anything and everything to get rid of these things, including power washers, brooms, sweeps, leaf blowers. Some have resorted to chemical pressure washers.
Wow.
Like this is a problem. And the reason this has happened apparently is they usually hatch in the spring, but because of a unusually damp spring, they didn't hatch until now, which gave them time to lay more eggs and more of them.
Ugh.
And now it is an issue in Elko.
You remove a vampire.
Pretty much.
I'm getting the hell out of Elko, Nevada if I live there.
Dude,
I'm not dealing with a cricket invasion. I'm sorry.
Could you imagine if that got into your clothes or some kind of form
that's some
of
that's some biblical end times type of stuff, man. No, I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I got to find a new place to live.
You can have it.
Yeah, it's theirs now. It's the Cricket's town now. It's Cricket, Nevada is what it is. Elect a Cricket mayor. I don't give a damn. I'm leaving. I'm out.
So gross.
Put together a Cricket police force, fire department, whole thing. Do your thing, man. I'm out. I'm done.
A mayor the whole night.
Little suit. Put him in a little suit. So stupid.
You are the absolute worst.
Cricket City, man. It's there. Simone, I'm gonna let Simone go. You know why? Let's give a shout out to Simone, man. She's been killing it. She's been doing her 1-2 step over the last couple of years. Her first time as a producer running it by herself, without any assistance. Man, go ahead, Simone. You jump on in there.
I just wanted to touch on what's going on in Philly really quickly. I know we all probably heard about what happened to their I-95 freeway and that collapsing, unfortunately. It was about 12 days ago. And they just reopened it. And the Phillies mascots all got together and drove across the bridge first.
What? All the Philadelphia mascots?
All of them. We have the Eagles. We have, is it... Fanatics?
Philly Fanatics.
Yeah.
What's that weird Flyers mascot that they got?
Yes,
What's that
with the
dude's
googly
name?
eyes.
He's scary.
Oh my god.
What is this name?
That dude's he's weird. He's scary. I don't like him. He freaks me out. What is a Flyers mascot?
Flyers mascot. Yeah, what is this name? It pops straight up, right? Gritty.
Gritty.
That's
Gritty. I should have known that from Abbott Elementary too.
Simone, who was driving?
The firefighters. They were on a fire truck. Yeah.
I thought they let one of the mascots drive.
I don't think that would work with their shoes, but yeah, that's Philly for you.
That's outstanding.
Yes, we love that.
I'm glad they got it back up and running.
Absolutely. Very quick turnaround. I'm very proud of them.
Absolutely.
Go off.
And safety too. Absolutely.
Let's see how we can do those things.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Look at that.
This one is close to home, fam. A restaurant chain in California enlisted a fake priest to take confessions from workers, with the supposed father urging them to get the sins out by telling him if they'd been late for work or had stolen from their employer, according to the U.S. Department of Labor.
Low down and dirty, man.
Come on, man. The restaurant owner,
low down and dirty as you can get.
The restaurant owner, CHE, I don't know how to spell that name. Someone may be listening of that family. Garibaldi operates 2 Taquita Garibaldi restaurants in Sacramento and one in Roseville. According to the statement from the Labor Department, attorneys for the restaurant company didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. The alleged priest also asked workers if they harbored bad intentions, Ramie, toward their employer, or if they're done anything to harm the company, said the agency, which was called one of the most shameless scams that the labor regulator has ever seen.
That's shameless, slow down, and dirty is what that is. You brought in a fake priest to take confessions from the workers and snitch them, rat themselves out about
It's despicable.
any intentions or things that they might have done in the workplace. That's gross.
The DOC of Sacramento has also investigated the issue and said it found no evidence of connection between the two alleged priests and its jurisdiction, according to the Catholic News Agency. Unlike normal confessions, hiring an alleged fake priest to solicit confessions wasn't the restaurant chain's only wrongdoing, according to government officials. A court last month ordered Garibaldi's owner to pay $140,000 in back wages and damages to 35 employees. The restaurant chain's owner allegedly brought in the fake priest after the Labor Department started investigating workplace issues. According to the Labor Department, its investigation found that the company had denied overtime to pay workers, paid managers for money customers had left as employee tips, and threatened workers with relation and adverse immigration consequences for working with the agency, according to the agency.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Local in our backyard.
The priest thing, that's as low down and dirty as you can get. That is not okay. I don't think I'm telling anybody anything they don't know when I say that is not okay.
One of the employees, former server at the restaurant, was asked, and I quote, he asked if I ever got pulled over for speeding, if I drank alcohol, if I had stolen anything, she said. The priest also asked if I had stolen anything at work, if I was late to my employment, if I did anything to harm my employer, and if I had any bad intentions toward my employment.
If you're a priest, I'm not going to drop her name. Any of that, they are not a real priest. Those are not the type of confessions that they're after. Can I get one more quick one in? This isn't so much a news story, but an interview. This was Harrison Ford talking to Esquire magazine. And they asked, what kinds of questions do Star Wars super fans ask you? And he said, well, they usually ask me if there was a fight between Han Solo and Indiana Jones, who would bleep and win? And I say, me, bleep hole.
That's right.
I don't want to bleeping make bleep up like that.
Come on.
I mean, what are you asking me that crap for?
Come on.
That is the perfect
Indiana.
response. Yeah.
Gotta get it right.
He's both. He wins. That's who wins. Don't get too nerdy.
Iconic.
I'm a nerd, but don't get too nerdy with it. That's where you draw the line. And I'm glad Harrison Ford drew the line there. Our thanks to everybody out there for listening. Thanks to Coach Bob Richey of Furman. If you missed that or anything on today's show, check it out at SactownSports.com, the app, YouTube.com/SactownSports. For Jay, Simone, who did a great job this week on the other side of the glass. Ramie saying thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday at 2.
These girls are smart. Respect. These girls are smart. Play your part. Play your part.
The Kings season might be over, but Sactown sports coverage never stops.
Returning is honestly my number one priority. Be a part of something special.
Stay tuned all off season to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.